The Rap Roundtable.
New York City.
Yeah.
Talk your
They
shit.
say in the Rap Roundtable, it's not hip hop.
Who's saying that?
They saying because we not boycotting New York. Wait, New York hip hop. They say that we not hip hop because we not boycotting. I say to y'all, all of you niggas
shit.
in the comment section, do the fucking knowledge. We the most hip hop niggas out here. Talk.
We the most hip hop motherfuckers.
All of a sudden, shit, talk.
We're the ones, not them.
That's my word.
We them
man.
ones.
All of a sudden, we Drake fans. New York City. Hip hop worldwide. They saying that we support Drake.
Wow.
We talk about Drake too much. Really? I don't understand.
I don't understand either. How new are you?
You check their comment history, New York City.
Did
Hip-hop.
Did you just get here?
They just started writing comments.
Where have you been?
Was this your first time watching?
Somehow we don't like jalapa. Somehow we didn't do the knowledge. Somehow we are now reactions. We're a reaction channel. When did that happen?
When?
Bro,
I thought we were a podcast.
Oh my God, man. Look,
The
I don't understand.
George Bush the word.
bro. The simple-minded urge to put us into a neat little box
Crazy.
that you can point at and label, because your simple mind cannot fathom the breadth of knowledge that we have
Yes, sir.
in this
Depth.
hip-hop shit.
I don't understand.
Talk about it.
All of it. History, records, mainstream, underground,
Lore.
unsigned,
Talk.
shows that we've been to,
Talk.
big shows, underground shows. We outside. You see us out there. Y'all ain't never
Talk
there.
your shit.
Yo. And the thing is, my issue has always been the people who randomly show up when it's a hot button issue.
Right.
And they get to writing in our comment section. They get to making accusations. Then I tap on their names and I look at the comment history and it's like 4 comments and it's all the same type of negative shit.
Right.
And they ain't go back to 2022,
Sure did.
2021,
Certainly
2020, 2019. Shit, go back to we potted through the fucking pandemic.
Talk about it.
Nigga.
Talk about it.
Risking life and limb. Niggas getting
We kept y'all
COVID.
fed.
Masked up
Come
at the
on.
studio.
Kept the streets fed.
You heard? You heard?
When Nas Escobar was dominating the space,
Where we was at?
he was front and center. Shout
Yeah,
out Hit Boy
yeah,
for showing the Rap
cooking.
Round Table love.
Oh shit! Is
I
that
bet y'all didn't know
John's
that
voice?
during the last rollout, whose voice was part of that shit?
Oh,
Right?
shout out to
Rap Round
Jarvis.
Table. We was part of the fucking rollout. We not hip hop because we don't want to boycott some nigga. Because he's not gonna kill hip hop in our opinion. What did that like? Wait a minute. If Drake is not hip hop, he's not giving hip hop platforms interviews. He's suing niggas on a kind of a false pretense that looks weak every time information comes out about said case. How can he ruin hip hop?
Good question.
That's a good question.
Great question.
Mesito, how can they want to talk about Drake's misgivings, but then say they don't want to talk about the album and they saying something about algorithms? But based on how algorithms work, Mesito, if you're talking about its misgivings, aren't you feeding that same algorithm?
Job, I'm flabbergasted because you certainly are feeding the algorithm.
I don't understand.
Me either.
Whether good or bad.
So you get to writing in the comment section and you telling us we support PDFs and you love this guy and you're not hip hop or you pretend to love hip hop when our feet are on the ground.
got-
All, what is it? It's
Damn.
10, all
We-
40 toes down in the fucking culture outside at events.
Hold up. Are we on that list now?
Shit, we might
Oh,
be.
shit.
Are we on that list
On the
now?
op list?
Because we don't want to boycott Drake. Now all of a sudden we support PDFs.
Oh
They're
man,
not
we
gonna
on the list.
We on the list?
And I don't understand, like,
Well, it won't get
have-
released.
That was a slippery ass slope,
The
man.
list won't be
Not the-
released.
That
They'll never know.
snowball like a motherfucker.
New
Goddamn.
York City hip hop from LA
I
to
gotta relax.
Miami
I gotta
to
do better than
Atlanta to Virginia, worldwide.
Yeah.
They're saying that we not hip hop because
Crazy.
instead of boycotting the guy, we want to kick his back in. I don't understand. Listen, the Rap Roundtable has never been part of any of these waves, right?
Never.
And I think we need to do some housekeeping here. You know what I mean? I've been sitting back, been thinking about this, and it's funny that the news of Flex came out because I had this thought I'm gonna drop some bombs at the top of the episode so out Tuesday before this recording. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's like we need to make a few things clear. Do we collaborate with certain people in the space? The Company Mans, the Curtis Kings, the Glasses Malones of the world.
Facts.
You might see a Moni in our chat. Yes, we understand
Right.
that we are pro hip hop, we are pro cloth, we are pro culture, cloth certified, etc., etc. But let's make something 100% clear. We are not part of some subculture or group of people who are part of the same way. We've always been on our own timing.
Facts.
We didn't just get here on some hip hop shit. We've been here. Y'all niggas late.
Talk.
We've been here doing this shit, talking the way we talk, moving the way we move since 2019 when this pod launched,
6
nigga.
years.
Do the fucking knowledge.
And here's my thing.
Our
Like,
way.
let's say you come across an episode in season 5 of a show on Netflix. You know what I mean? Like you're at home, like your girl's watching it or a family member's watching it. You stumble across it, you start watching, this shit gas.
Right.
You know what I mean? Are you just gonna keep watching from that point forth? Or are you gonna go back and inform yourself on the storyline that led to the point in time at which you discovered the show? Because if you just start watching from that point forward, the fuck are you doing?
You're missing out on a lot of nooks and crannies.
You go back and you watch season 1 and season 2 and season 3. If you gotta binge them shits, then binge them.
Talk.
You know what I mean? Find yourself some time to do the knowledge.
Especially if you're gonna bump your gums or your fingers.
And that's the shit that be losing me. Like, and let's be clear, I don't mind niggas disagreeing with perspectives. We are all about disagreeing here with the Rap Roundtable.
That's what we do.
And that's what's getting lost here. You know what I'm saying? We're not knocking anyone for doing what they want to do. Simply disagreeing doesn't mean fuck them niggas. As one person wrote a comment that said, that's not, y'all talking about it's not going to stop us from boycotting, when at no point in this conversation did any one of us say, yo, fuck the boycott, don't do that shit. We said, we not doing that shit because we prefer to talk about history.
If y'all want to do it,
by all
It's
means.
up to y'all, man. Do your thing.
And the thing about the Rap Roundtable is, and Joe, get the bombs ready.
Okay.
The thing about the Rap Roundtable is this. We don't follow trends, we set them.
Come on now.
Whether it's the thumbnails, whether it's the banter, whether it's the app technology that we're using. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to us, we don't decide, hey, we see what those guys are doing. Let's do that. That's not what we do here. Diddy don't get gas, okay? We don't do that here at the Rap Roundtable.
Get the fuck out of here. We done seen shows spawn, still tech. Some of the podcasts y'all know and love, they whole aesthetic is us. They whole visual layout is us.
Bars.
Some of the more notable blog niggas in the space tried to recreate energy that we had, even tried to low-key bite the name. We let a lot of shit live. And you know why these things happen? Because we are culture,
Yes,
fuck
sir.
niggas.
Yes, sir.
We've been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And we're not reactors. We're a podcast about the culture. We talk about things in and around, and in Drake's case, outside the culture that still impact the culture, because someone has to talk about it in a way that it makes sense. We're not on nobody's side. We on the side of the Rap Roundtable. And if that bothers you, then there's plenty of other options of niggas who subscribe to your way of thinking. But stop coming in here trying to tell us what to do, how to think, how to move,
Please.
this and that. Because some of the people that y'all love, they prefer that we don't exist. Let's call it what it is.
Facts.
And then
Let's call it what it is.
And then what's
We're
gonna happen?
problematic for some of these things.
Discourse and group
peep
chats,
this,
man.
because I be having my crystal ball. I can see the future
Vivid.
every now and then. What's gonna happen is, let's say we boycott and we don't speak on Drake. Somebody new is gonna discover us and say, these motherfuckers are not speaking out against Drake. They must be pro Drake. So either way, y'all gonna come up to your own conclusions.
That's why it don't matter.
Sound like sabotage, son.
And you don't even gotta go so far back and watch some old shit. The thumbnails are there. The episode titles are there. Find a topic that interests you from 2024, 2023, 2022, so on. So just pick one of those, and then you'll see the type of conversations we've had, the kind of arguments we have, and the shit that we stand on.
Just the past year.
Yo,
Come on, bro.
Some deep ass conversations, bro. Real thought provoking, real depth.
Find me a podcast with Stovegod was mentioned before the rap round table. Find it, please. I beg of you.
A lot of Columbus
about it.
energy happening on these bigger platforms. We've been talking about Stove since 2000, nigga.
Believe it.
Talk,
Let's talk about it. We've been asking for the Stove album for 3-4 years now.
talk.
What are we talking about? Walt in the cut laughing because he been
He
here for
been
the
here
session.
for
the whole time.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
was like, who in the comments when they said it?
Come on, bro. Rome Streets is here, 2021.
Yep.
For a lot of you niggas ever heard that famous drop you niggas watched,
Whole lot.
Rome Streets was right here.
Whole lot.
Fucking with the team, man.
Huh? Shit, we not hip hop, but when I Am God out in Chicago said, yo, I want to have a special listening party through y'all
Salute.
podcast. We
Salute.
made that shit happen.
Oh, what up?
I Am God out of here now. He on fucking Sway platform getting big looks. Shout out I Am God.
Well,
Homie,
You know what I'm
big
saying?
Chicago.
We not hip hop because we in the midst of this quote rap war with your favorite artist in the midst of who's already running. He's not the nigga saying to boycott the motherfucker. All Kendrick said was, this guy is a fraud and I'm gonna tell you why. And then he went about his business. Y'all niggas here dragging some other shit and it's like, yo, stop trying to pull people into that. We didn't ask to be a part of that because we haven't asked nobody to put us down with they click. We've been moving dolly, moving militant how we move for the longest.
talk about
We took a night out of our lives, our very busy lives,
Indeed.
to document the underground New York pop out.
Classic.
All
Bruh.
heavy, bro.
What an event.
When y'all niggas were saying New York don't got shit going on.
What an event. Shout out to Rome Streets.
Mad bombs tonight, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Flex.
Rome Streets.
Shout out
Fergie.
Fergie,
Margiela,
Stargella.
Sargella, my bad.
That's
the
the
homie.
brand. Shout
Yes.
out to the
That's the
fashion
homie.
icons
You know
out
what I
there
mean?
with that. You know what I mean?
We take sponsorship.
Shout out to
Shit.
Third. Shout out to Nim. Shout out to China.
On
Just-
work nights, nigga, going out
Like-
to these events to support these artists and then having to wake up early the next day, or in my case, go straight into work.
Niggas had equipment, bro.
Come on,
Like,
bro.
really outside with
Uber
this shit.
to work after.
Gave you
Come on,
that
bro.
old school Ralph McDaniels vibes when niggas interview niggas after they got off the stage energy. Who's doing that?
All because we
Not
said,
them.
not fuck the boycott, not Drake shouldn't be boycotted. We just want to talk about history as it happens because that's what we've established here. And shout out to the people. We don't want this to get confused. Shout out to the people in our comment section, our subscribers who say, y'all kind of have to talk about this album. We need y'all to talk about this album.
get it.
Because of the relationship we've established with our audience. That's because that's the last bit before I move on to the actual pod. A lot of y'all come in here, y'all don't understand that, like, we're not some platform that pods for the masses. We have subscribers
Right.
that like what we do.
Talk.
And we pod for them. And if along the way we pick up more people who like what we do, that's what we do it for. We don't owe anybody anything. We pod for the people who give us their bread,
Started from the
have
bottom,
bought the
bro.
merch, hit the subscribe option. Every Monday when we do our live, the same people who pull up, we see them active in the chat, pod in and pod out. That's who we do it for.
Thanks.
So if you show up out of left field and you bother by something we talking about, and you, one, refuse to do the knowledge, two, not willing to allow grace, or three, just uncomfortable with disagreeing, the fuck out of here.
Nah, fuck that. Like, these
Fuck outta
niggas these niggas work hard. Like, I remember used to be like 30, 40 niggas in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We ain't purchased no fucking views, nigga. That was
Facts.
daily putting in work, step by step, people just growing, fucking with us. Now it's at 23,000. Niggas would jump in the shit and say 23,000. Oh my God, that's not. But
From
yo,
40, 30 live viewers
when
to
you do
every
that shit
Monday about 500.
organically,
You know what I mean?
and you watch that go up 50 each time, every show, say, yo, I fuck with y'all show. Y'all my favorite pod. I love y'all niggas' energy.
Fuck with that.
Pull up
Bumping
on
into
niggas in the streets. Come on, bro. Like, I'm not taking
And
nothing
look,
less than that, bro.
Don't let me catch you talking shit about us, saying that we not hip hop, and then we see you
Crazy.
on the other side of the street with them motherfuckers over there that be buying all sorts of
Hey.
views
Hey.
and bots,
Well, to be
hitting
fair,
up
yo.
Bangladesh and Pakistan and Vietnam and China and wherever the fuck around the world they selling them bots at. Them motherfuckers be over there.
To be
But we
fair,
not hip hop.
they don't even
All
know
right.
those guys exist. Like, I mean,
Right.
All right.
Sit,
Don't let me catch y'all.
sit with his foot on their neck, boy.
you know what I mean? But I just needed to get that off because it's like you could say that y'all think we tripping and it's imperative, whatever. Y'all want to have a philosophical conversation about it. I'm all for that. When y'all start questioning niggas' hip hop acumen, with the work we've put in. And to be clear, of that 22.2 thousand niggas that subscribe to the Rap Roundtable, I want to say about 99.9 of them are not Drake fans. You know what I mean? This is not
facts.
It's an anti-Drake channel by way of what we talk about, not who we support. Let's be clear. You know what I mean? So I just want to get that out the way. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the this or that rhetoric. Again, like, I did a podcast called The Gray Area, and I think that this particular issue, there's a lot of gray. I can understand the boycott and I can understand not boycotting, but I feel like residing where we reside and having them conversations, whether you want to hear about it or not, it's important. Because again, if somebody looks back, or to Sid's point, if there is too much silence, narratives get spun, people's credibility gets lost by way of not saying anything. Again, an unchecked lie becomes the truth. And we not here for that. Fuck that. I'd rather laugh at Mace for 2 hours when the album drops in his whack. I get more joy out of that than anything else.
It'll be a moment.
Come on.
You know what I mean? We had Mason hell a year ago. When them diss records, nigga shoulders literally by his ears.
High octave voice.
Facts.
Come on, bro.
Y'all want us to not have these moments that y'all enjoy? But I guess the people who call themselves staunch supporters, do they really love hip-hop or do they love an artist?
Bro, Mace was sounding like
A lot of it is
Chipmunk
artists,
soul,
man.
You know what I mean?
Bro, we lived through this.
That shit was fire.
You know what I mean?
Lived through
It
this.
sounded like a Kanye record from 2004.
I'm gonna put the bombs away now. You know what I mean? We had to set the tone, but he was lying through his teeth.
Come
you know what I
on,
mean?
bro.
That kid, man.
87-13,
Come
bro.
on, you know what I mean? Like,
And
y'all
most of
can-
them,
you know, and that's how I
Iconic
know it's like
numbers.
the niggas who really love hip hop and are of a certain age who understand type shit. Like, imagine saying, I don't want to talk about Biggie because I think Bad Boy is not hip hop. Like, the fuck out of here. You know how much history wouldn't happen? I don't want to talk about Jay-Z because I'm a Nas fan and Jay-Z's not hip hop. Fuck that. That rivalry and the conversation on both sides is why we're here right now.
Talk,
Right.
man.
Literally why we're here right now.
Constant arguments, constant debates.
And pretending something doesn't exist doesn't make it go away, guys. Like, we gotta be real here.
Talk.
It's not over.
Unless you're
Saying it
delusional,
sucks when it sucks is important. And now the question needs to be asked. Because again, we asked the uncomfortable questions here at the Rap Roundtable. Are some of you afraid that the album's gonna be good? And then what? Y'all concerned about what the aftermath of that's gonna be?
Not me.
No, okay. Fair enough.
It is what it is. It's good, it's good.
But
If it's
anyway.
bad, it's bad.
This is the Rap Roundtable episode 131.
Let's go.
It's your boy Jav here, alongside the Rap Snob,
What up, what up?
alongside Demon the
Big Frosty
Balance,
with you.
alongside the homie Mace.
Nice.
We have to do some housekeeping. We are back locked in. Hit the like button. We need 500 likes on each and every video and more.
Get it.
We need to get to 30,000 subs by the end of the year. And each and every time you hit subscribe, it helps us get there more and more.
Yep.
Even if you disagree with what we talk about, hit the subscribe option. This is not the Agree Cast. It's a podcast. It's not a reaction channel. It's a podcast. The beat you hear in the background is brought to you by Sincere Beats. He makes beats.
Holla at me.
You know what I'm saying?
Super
And let's get it. But before we get into, the business at hand,
We are
if you wasn't entertained by that first segment, I don't know what to tell you. A lot of guys who think that they still on the same block as us can't do shit like that. They don't have the type of fun.
different venue now, man.
You know what I mean?
Whole different venue.
We in a different neighborhood, different zip code, et
Facts.
cetera, et cetera.
Different times.
Real quick, before we move on to the Joey Badass album that's doing its thing,
Yeah.
I want to talk to Macito and Sin specifically about something that I saw with Sauce Walker on Charlamagne's podcast, or it was Charlamagne's show, The Breakfast Club, pardon me, where he says,
You call him the hard ER?
what? So,
Walker.
Oh, I'm like, wait. I got so nervous. I'm like, what? I'm so confused.
Yo,
I was terrified. Like, huh? What do you mean?
The hard ER. Whoa, what happened?
Like, what do you mean? Sauce Walker?
There we go.
Sorry, suburban shit.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I'm a suburban
He
now.
was on the Breakfast Club, and he was basically calling Drake out about not supporting Houston the way he supports Atlanta or supported Atlanta. We don't know where they at right now. We'll get on Atlanta a little bit later in this episode as well. Sincere the Rap Song, did you see that clip?
I did.
What
I did.
were your thoughts? What were your takeaways
I mean,
on that?
you know what I mean? Shouts to Sauce Walker. What?
Yeah,
Shouts to Sauce Walker.
that's what you get.
I agree with a lot of his sentiments. You know what I mean? First of all, shouts to Sauce Walker as an MC. Phenomenal MC. You know what I mean? Second, his commentary on the show with Charlamagne, I think it was on point. I think Drake, as we've talked about here, has had a lot of success from being very calculated about what sections of the country he taps into and where he, takes his energy from. And he definitely is, as much as he wants to give flowers to Houston and shouts to Houston and I was brought up with with Houston culture or whatever. He don't really give the props to Houston like that the way he do with Atlanta. He don't collaborate with Houston the way he does with Atlanta the same way. Unless it's a Travis Scott, like, a mega star.
Something that benefits him.
Exactly. And so it just so happened that, there was a lot of Atlanta rappers, a lot of Atlanta artists that, collaborating with them was very beneficial for Drake. And that's what he did. He didn't find collaborating with Houston as beneficial to his own, rise and success. So he didn't do it as much. And that's generally his MO. It's been that since the beginning. So shouts to Sauce Walka for calling that out the way he sees it and the way that we all see it. Because it's, I think it's facts. 100%.
Not surprised. And while Sauce has, he has a little bit of a point. Because I think Drake, his, when you have it in comparison, right? If you're looking at Atlanta, you say, well, he collaborated with them guys a lot more than us. Then I guess you can look at it from that perspective. You know what I mean? But it's like, I think what Sauce has to understand is this is kind of above his pay grade. Jay Prince and Jay Prince Jr. have their hands directly in Drake's pockets. And that means more to Houston than anything that Sauce Walka's talking. If you want to, he gave props. He did a song with Bun B. He had a couple Houston samples. No. The reason why he has the Houston connection is because the biggest boss, the big bad bully, the boogeyman from Houston is directly tied to Drake. And that is going to supersede anything that Sauce Walka is talking about. So, he can say that, and he can have sour grapes because of Atlanta. And like Sin said, most of us do things that benefit us more than, than the other side. But, listen, it's business, baby. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to deal with that one.
He said it's business, baby.
It's good.
But hold on. Just for the sake of clarity. Wouldn't the Houston connection make it more important for Drake to do business inside of Houston? Or is it because there's Houston politics that stops Drake from working with artists within Houston?
Well, it
like,
depends.
there's no not to say that, not to cut you off, I'm sorry.
Cook.
Where's BX the plug from?
BX the plug. I'm not even
Dallas,
exactly
I think.
sure.
He's from Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fort Worth?
I know he's from Texas. Sure, but I'm pretty sure it's Dallas.
Well, what we talking about? Houston, Dallas?
I know it's not Houston.
And the thing is, Jov, why you make a point that would from a Sauce Walka's a rapper. So to him, the biggest business that Drake could do helping Houston is a collaboration, a song with a rapper. But if he's doing Houston Weekend and putting money in the economy, if he's doing concerts that fill up the whole arena and put money into Houston, if he is connected to the guy that has his hand directly in Houston, that is benefiting Houston as well. So as a musician, he might feel like Drake doesn't do anything to benefit Houston because he's not doing songs with them. But from the research, from looking around, he does, do a lot of charity in Houston. He does the weekends in Houston. He does business in Houston. You know what I'm saying? So, if Sauce Walka can feel that way, and, maybe every time he hear a Drake shout on the song, he might feel away. But it's like, the big homie is fine with it. So he got to deal with it.
I just want to point it out, and I'm going to ask Stevie this. I just like that there's this slightly, I don't know, maybe it's a grift. I don't know. But I do like that there's a bit of an awakening happening when it comes to Drake's misgivings in the culture. Yeah, he puts on this guy and that guy and that guy. But you were screaming Houston, Atlanta, Vegas a lot back in the day.
He was.
And where the Houston accent? Shit, where the Dallas love at? You couldn't put where the Texas love at?
Right,
where the Texas niggas at for Drake? You know what I mean?
So we can look at this a lot of ways. You get what I'm saying? But we gotta admit, in terms of like if it's sports, Atlanta got like the Lakers in terms of like
Yeah, but
Showtime star power.
we can't talk about the Drake statement and you ignore a city that helped. Wasn't the Bun B co-side critical to his elevation?
He has music with Bun B. I'm just saying, like, if we was, and I hate to do this,
There's no Sauce Walka and Drake collaboration.
I do love Texas music, but if you ask who's the big names in Texas music, you know, Trav. What's homegirl name? Meg.
Yeah, and he diss Meg.
You know what I'm saying? Bun B from the pack. Like, who's the homie we just talked about?
Sauce Walka right here.
Sauce Walka's not a
If you could
superstar.
give that nigga
I like Sauce
Block
Walka.
Boy JB a feature, you can't give Sauce a feature?
That's true. That is true. But I'm just saying,
That's
like,
really Sauce don't want to say, but that's what it's really about. You
That's
ain't
what it's
give me
about.
the
But
feature.
Sauce Walka been dissing him since 2013, though.
Because
So
he ain't get the feature
'Cause he
between
ain't-
08 and 13, nigga.
so he made a good point, but it was done in hatred. But you know what I'm saying? It was done in a little bit of hate. But I understand where he's coming from. But to say that's like saying, like, you want to go motherfucking play basketball, but you want to go play with the Chicago Bulls? Yes, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got the winners. Future, 21.
I'm with Sauce Walka. I think he out of bounds for not locking in with Houston. There's some Houston nigga we don't know about that's making some shit shake.
I'm sure there's plenty, bro. Like, you see, BX Plug came out of nowhere, like, and just.
Nah, Dallas more active in rap. Dallas got a few niggas. I have a nigga Yellow Beezy.
What's the other homie who passed away? Mo 3.
Dallas is way more popping.
Beast. He was from
mainstream wise. Before y'all kill me, mainstream Dallas got more motion.
Yeah.
Than Houston
Right now.
Yeah. But give BX a feature, nigga. BX a plug popping. I fake like BX a plug. I ain't gonna hold you.
Big
you know
X,
what I mean?
man. We need that. That'll be fire.
All right, let's move on. Joey Badass, new album out right now. It's Lonely at the Top. Yeah. You know, I want to ask y'all something because I feel like this. Like, I felt like there was a lot of hype for his August 1st release. Then we saw what happened. Was there a new date given and I just missed it?
I have no idea, bro.
I don't know what happened with that, bro.
I was happy.
Y'all see, like,
so I'm not tripping.
Nah,
you're not. Nah.
I have no idea what date they dropped the single still with Absol and Rhapsody. We were just talking about it, and then boom, here's the album, y'all.
Two singles.
Two singles and a Dark Aura joint. You're right.
Macito dropped it in the group chat. I was like, huh?
I thought I was.
How'd you even know it was out?
Nah, he was Joey Badass was he was tweeting about it. The day before.
Okay,
wow.
he was.
That's everyone.
He was saying.
Didn't he just do Breakfast Club?
And I'm paraphrasing, but he was explaining how these are just songs that were recorded that he just liked and wanted to put them out on a project. It's nothing more, nothing less.
So this is not the album.
From the sounds of his tweets, from how they read, I don't think this is the album. This is just something to put out.
I'm confused.
Without having read them tweets myself, Sin, just taking from context of what you're saying, that's corny.
That's crazy.
This might not be hot, but it ain't the real album, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? I don't like that energy.
So drop it as a tape instead of as a.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, but like,
let's talk about it.
Right, let's talk about it.
I want to say this: if he has label, I'm gonna give you some time. If he has label issues, and they stopped it, and considering the momentum he's built, he can't not have music
something.
out.
Yeah.
So if that's what it is, I'm not mad at that, Mace.
No, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? But it's just, I don't know. You know, I just don't like the energy. Maybe, maybe
I don't like the way it dropped.
Yeah, I don't like the way it dropped, and that just seems, you know what I mean? Like, that's usually what the fans do, right? Like, this ain't a real album. You dropping a real album. It's a deluxe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the same thing, type of with the energy, like, oh, I'm not dropping an album. I'm dropping an album with Party Next Door.
It's a
real album.
It say Columbia Records, so Columbia released this one.
That's
the album, nigga.
That's bad promo.
To go from anticipated August 1st release to just a random drop of some Twitter promo after you just had a Breakfast Club interview where you didn't give us a release date.
These are a collection of random songs, but I dropped 2 singles from, you know what I mean? I dropped Dark Aura and I dropped the. Do you drop like singles from
after watching
random
clips.
Lucy albums?
So he said, I made this album in under 6 months in the spirit of a mixtape. Really just wanted to get some raps off and feed the core, nothing more. But in the process, I felt the need to give it some more experimentation and some introspection. Really love all the records on there. I'll tell y'all my faves next week, although it's subject to change. And he says a few more things.
I like that.
That's better energy.
That'll get you to listen. I respect that.
I like that energy a little bit more than
Shout out
what
to
I
you,
said.
son.
That's interesting. So now that we've set the table, even though the release of this album is kind of poor, all things
Shaky.
considered,
Mm-hmm.
you need a balance. What are your thoughts on this project?
I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I like the modern sound to it and how it still reaches back to that golden era and pulls in those sonics. I like the fact he wasn't shy and went into like, there's some songs where he actually dipped in the bags and kind of went into other artists' bags, you know, which I thought was cool. I feel like Mace always said, no album has skips. I feel like no album has a artist where like the flow is all theirs. There's always a little dip into somebody else's flow to kind of like get that vibe. Like there was Kendrick flows, there was like Mos Def flows, West Coast sounds, which I thought was fire. No takeaway, but I just respect the whole going about it. Like let's look at this track list real quick. Starting off with Dark Aura. I thought that was really great to start it off with. The energy, the darkness behind the song, we talked about it on the pod already. Great single to open up and get the people like wanting to see what the album sounds like. Swank White was dope. I did want a little more from it. Westside could have did a little stronger. Superfly to me.
Super Flea.
Flu. My apologies. Super Flea. With I was like, yo,
Uptown nigga, you should know that.
I was like, yo, my apologies.
Apologies,
I felt like this was like early 2000s Fab-esque party era when people went out and still danced at spots. You know what I'm saying? It was
Spot
dope.
on.
It was dope to get that energy back because that was the last time where people was really like shaking. High Roller with Ferg, with ASAP Ferg, fire. Shout out to the Kels. Gives you that old rhythmic R&B-esque rap song with the bounce. You still get the dope verses. I appreciate all of that. I'm Ready to Love. Ty Dolla $ign has established himself now as the R&B hook guy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like whenever he's on the hook, it can't miss. It just becomes an instant, like, lullaby for the ladies. And I love that record. BK's
for who? For the ladies?
Yeah.
I thought the ladies ain't had nobody without Drake.
Oh, here we go.
See what I'm saying?
You want to boycott him?
I'm just saying, some people out there.
I'm fucking with you.
I'll get to it later. Don't worry.
BK's finest.
Wonder gonna get this guy.
Yeah, we're gonna find him.
You know?
I will find him.
Get him first. Pause about that.
BK's finest, bro. Maybe my favorite song on the album. Production. Shout out to Static. This is what I want to hear. I want to hear a lot more artists make songs like this. The production, fire. Rome sounded so good on this joint. Like floated. Shout out to the homie Kai Cash and shout out to CJ Fly. I feel like everyone in succession, everyone's verse just floated perfectly. I didn't listen to the song and feel like, oh, this person should have went first or this person should have went last. I just love the way the song flows, the beat, the energy everybody brought. Thought that was fire. Underwater's dope. 3 Fadeaway's dope. Speeding in the Rain. Like a lot of these songs give me like cruising vibes, scenic vibes. There's mad world building. There's great lyricism. There's vivid imagery, like, and there's growth, pause. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of growth. Like this sonically is better than 2000 for me. You get what I'm saying? I love what he brought to the table with this. Still, shout out to Rhapsody and Absol. There was actually
The fuck are you talking about?
What? Yo, we gonna talk about it.
Harsh,
Sonically better than 2000.
Yo, this joint reminded me of like.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. No, I thought you were talking about the song still.
No. We're talking about the tape of how I think it's better than 2000.
That reaction was a little late.
The 90s, the 90s S vibes, the early 2000s S vibes carrying like in symmetry to a modern day sound, bro. I respected all of that.
Yeah.
I respect the lyrics, no wasted lyricism. All the bars were intense and was like deep bars, bro. Like he was rapping. The song sound good. The production sounds good. The sonical quality. I know you're gonna talk about that. Even the level sounded good, bro. I was truly impressed by Joey on this album.
All right, let's get the elephant out the room.
Let's talk.
Early. What do you say to the people that's gonna say that you only saying this album is good because you're from New York after that the whole thing with Ray Vaughn and Daylight and all of those guys?
I would say maybe y'all didn't grow up in the time I grew up in. If you grew up in that era and you was there for that 90s, 2000s to up to where we at wave, you would appreciate that. You would appreciate the rapping ability. You get what I'm saying? There's no jargon, bro. It's no, you know, niggas rap throwing a whack bar to try to suffice the other bars that's coming because they couldn't think of
bar to get to the next fire bar.
The pardon me bar. Like there's none of that. Like every rap is super intentional. Every rap is super purposeful. all the beats are fucking turned up. And I love the fact that it took me on a journey, bro. Like some of the songs, I was like, yo, it was dope how he captured this. That Fab S song, some people might listen to it and say, that's an out-of-date record, bro. But I love the fact it took me back to that Fab era without me feeling like, oh, this corny S attempt to be a Fab record. I didn't feel like that, bro. I felt like, nah, this is
You
a dope.
fucking with this album.
I like it. It's dope.
Can I jump in real quick?
Cook.
So I want to pick up there.
Yeah.
On Superfleet. Because upon it first dropping, when I first heard the beat,
You thought it was Fab.
no, but I had that reaction for the first like bar or two. I had that reaction.
The
that you
holla
just
back
said.
youngin'.
Yeah.
flow.
Like I had that reaction that, oh, this just sound mad old and outdated. And is this gonna be like that corny forced record? And the more I listened to it, the more I actually messed with it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Shorty
mean?
did a
I'm
thing on
trying
the
to,
hook.
I'm trying to clean up my language.
I dig it. Shorty did a thing on the hook too. It really gave you that old vibe, man.
And I'll get more into the details of the album, but I think to really to piggyback off what you were saying and maybe like take it a step further, I think Joey was trying to make a statement with this album, or at least with a good chunk of this album. I think he wants, and this goes back to, the battle and everything, battles and everything. I think he's trying to remind New York what New York once was and how it sounded and the range.
Hold on, you saying that he's trying to remind New York of what
Rekindle.
New York sound like?
Yeah, give you that feeling.
Talk about it.
This is what New York sounds like.
He's trying to show now whether you like it and whether you think he executed well, whether you like the songs, whatever. But I think the mission here is this is what New York once was. With 2000, I'm not gonna say I like this more than 2000.
Okay.
Because I really like that project, that album. But 2000 was pretty much straight boom
album.
bap
Yeah.
throughout.
Tough.
You know what I mean? This one went into, like you said, the O2 Neptunes, fabulous vibes.
Bags, bro.
It went into like the little R&B-ish with the singer on the hook vibe.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It obviously had the the more sort of grimy records. Of course, Rome Streets on there did his thing on BK's Finest. West Side Gun on Swank White. It had the introspection with Underwater. And, there was a lot. There was a lot there.
Yeah.
And to me, I love that he did this with this project because, again, from the sounds of the tweet, it doesn't sound like it's something that he originally set out to do. But as he was working on it, he was like, "Oh no, this is turning into something. Let me add just a little bit of introspection. Let me add a little bit of extra sauce in there. You know what I mean? And I love that. I love that about the record. Come on, man.
Ghostface gonna be tight about that one.
Come on, man. We can't say sauce no more.
Nah, you can't.
All right.
Little extra sauce in there is a little.
Come on. But yeah, I think for the most part, I don't think. I think for the most part, he executed well on most of the records. I don't love all of the records. There's definitely some that I'm like, High Roller, all right, it's cool, but the beat was a little generic. It gave me a little bit of generic vibes on it. Ready to Love was cool, you know what I mean? But songs like, again, we talked about Dark Aura already. I love the fact that it was the kickoff of the album.
man.
Swank White, fire. Super Flea, again, unexpected, but I was like, you know what? I messed with the fact that Joey's trying to remind people what New York was some 20 some odd years ago. You know what I mean? BK's Finest is fire. Underwater, I love that record. The introspection on it. And I honestly think Joey Badass is becoming a better songwriter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just rap writer, not just bars, not just, here's a verse. I think to what you were saying, Dini, no, not that. The world building, the fact that he's able to paint pictures and write a complete song from beginning to end that sounds like a complete song.
Yeah.
Not just sounds like some verses that were put together. You know what I mean?
Talks.
Lonely at the top, at the end, I thought that was a great closer as well. I'm impressed by the project. And I love the fact that Joey Badass is putting, I still feel like he's putting New York on his back, and he's trying to send a message to everybody about what New York is, what it used to be, what it could be moving forward, or what it should be. It doesn't have to be like every record is grimy. It doesn't have to be everything is sexy drill. It doesn't have to be necessarily these niches that live on their own islands. You know what I mean? It could all be one.
Let me jump right back in real quick, 2 seconds. When you said that, everything you just said just now, it was the pride I felt after listening to the album. It was like the whole taking on the West Coast Dolly, and everybody wondering like, what's next? What's next? You did the joint in the woods. You going at Kenny, you know what I'm saying? You got the joint with Rave on. You won the battle. You know what I'm saying? You won the challenge. What's next? And when you said that just now, I just put it all together, bro. Like I felt like a pride listening to it because all those different New York vibes. You know what I'm saying?
What happened now?
Nah, niggas like, oh God. nigga gave me the Tony Stark's face, oh brother. I'm dead ass though. Because the Fab joint, the old like New York drink with the boppy beat, even though the lyrics were deep, but you had a dude on the chorus to let you know. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just so New York, bro. Like so Harlem, so Brooklyn, so Bronx. It just was so New York. And I appreciated that. Back to what you were saying, Sam. I hate you, Job.
I ain't do nothing, bro.
I was done.
Hey, Cito, let's talk about it.
Fella's cooking here. Yeah. This is an excellent album. Now let's start with the New York shit because the fella's been waxing poetic about that, right? This is, like y'all said, a New York album. Specifically to me, it's a Brooklyn album, bro. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't mean to X y'all Uptown cats out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But this album is so Brooklyn, bro. You mentioned there's Fab in here, there's Mos Def in here, there's Talib in here, there's Jay in here, there's MOP in here. This is a Brooklyn album, and Joey is repping where he comes from to the fullest. Now, Jov, yes, absolutely. If you're a New Yorker, you're gonna love this album because you're a New Yorker. But if you're a, connoisseur, if you're of the cloth, you loved GNX because it sounded West Coast. You love the new Metro drop because it sounded like, Atlanta. You know what I mean? You love
regional checkpoints.
Listen,
that's the undertone of 2025.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, you should love it because it sounds like where he comes from, and it sounds like where he grew up, how he grew up. Even listen, y'all mentioned, the throwback Neptune's Fab shit. You know what I mean? The generic beat with the A$AP Ferg song. I like the generic of it. It made me feel like I was riding down Franklin Ave. You know what I mean? Like, this is there's some songs on here that really, like Dean said, make you feel some pride about the city, man. And there's a certain, there's throwback sounds, there's new sounds. He got some Buffalo in there. Like it's not like, it's a very modern sounding nostalgic album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's very difficult to pull off in 2025. Sin, you right on the money as usual. Like songwriting, Joey is at his peak right now. And as people, if y'all are hip hoppers, y'all should have listened to 1999. That's an essential listen.
That's a fact.
I think that he is a completely better rapper than he was on that classic album, which is saying something, right?
Yeah.
And with that being said, listen, I said way back when that I felt GNX was the best since Good Kid for Kendrick. I feel like this is my favorite I've heard Joey since 1999. Above All American Badass and above 2000. If not purely for the Sonics, because I agree 2000 has some elite Sonics.
Yes,
definitely.
If not purely for the Sonics, just for everything around it, right? The songwriting, like Sin said, the throwback nature of it, the cohesive kind of message that he's sending with the record. You know, Joey is in his bag here. Joey is really in his bag here. Even records like Underwater, where I didn't want to like it. I'm listening to it and I'm like, this is gonna be the joint that I don't like. And by the end of the song, I'm like, you know, like he made me like it through the raps, through the presence, through, you know, just how well he is at song making at this point. You know, he almost,
and let's acknowledge the hooks too.
The hooks, excellent hooks from him and from the guests
Facts.
on here. Because even his own hooks kind of hit on here. Like Joey, you know, at one point I did say to myself, like, do I like this because it's a great album, or is this completely catering to my interest as a listener? So I would like to, that would be okay. So I would like to hear how other people are receiving it. Not that it's gonna affect my opinion on it, but I am interested to see how, you know, just as way they said us in the East Coast didn't appreciate GNX, even though we all four did. But you know, general sentiments amongst people. So I would like to hear how people are accepting of these sounds and how people like to hear Joey and with how he's doing right now. But I gotta say, you know, this really did it. He mentioned those 6-month tweets are very interesting. I feel like, you know, that might be Joey's bag. Joey's notoriously a person who takes years and years to put out a project. But if he's saying this is all condensed in 6 months, listen, that could be a women formula. Jay-Z made Blueprint in a weekend. Tupac made All Eyes on Me in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? GNX had to have made the last in a month or two. You know what I mean? Between the battle and the drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes when you're in the studio and you're in that zone and you're constantly recording, that's an absolute recipe for success. And I feel like Joey really found his niche kind of with this album, with me, at least me as a listener, feeling how he should sound. So I'm very impressed with this album. Joey is not quite in that heavyweight title fight, but if we're talking Intercontinental Championship this year, I like this better than the JID album on the first listen, guys. I'm not saying he's rapping better, because JID is a hell of a rapper, but I like this. I got this above JID right now, brother. Excellent showing by Joey. Very impressive.
Wow.
I went there.
That's crazy.
You ain't even wait for us to finish the segment. I gotta talk. Niggas might click out the video now.
They might just, you know what I'm saying? Dreamville's flocking away.
Which one you was asking for?
I said drop the bomb.
Oh, word. Let's go back. Let's put a bump.
Shit.
Sound Phillips.
Wow.
That pretty good.
Here's the thing I want to say first and foremost, because you made a strong point about the time in which it takes to make an album. I think a lot of people like the concept of an artist taking a year or 2 years, whatever, to curate, attention to detail, fine tune, so on and so forth. But I can say from being around artists, managing artists, there's that, then there's the moment where this artist is in a rhythm or in a groove and he could just knock some shit out. There was times when I used to pay for, like, when I was managing artists, pay for like 3-4 hour sessions. And in them 4 hours, we did a song an hour. We didn't get mixed down, but we recorded hooks. He did a lot of prep, and all 4 of them songs was gas. And sometimes it just happened that way. You know what I'm saying? When you get in that mode where like this artist is in a groove and they cook, it don't matter how long the album takes. Once they find that groove, it's like being an athlete. Or working any kind of job, or even a desk job. When you get in that rhythm and you start flowing, it don't matter how long it takes. If it's gas, it's gas, nigga. And I think that we need to get away from that thinking where it needs to take a while. It's about the artist and what groove he's in that moment and how he's cooking up. So to that point, I agree with that wholeheartedly, Mace. I want to get to this album though. I'm gonna start negative. You know what I mean? Just to get it out the way. Get Superfleet off of this project. Get it the fuck out of here. Get it the fuck out of here.
Nostalgia, Jarvie.
Get it the fuck out of here. And I'm gonna tell you why. That's why I said I'm gonna start negative. I'm gonna start negative because Superfleet maybe on his own is a cool record, but after I hear Dog Aura and Swank White, I don't need Superfleet.
After Swank White's a little crazy.
Then you hear High Roller after that. It's like, this is almost like the argument that niggas make against me when I talk about the blueprint. I say there's no skips on blueprint. And then they'll say, oh, but jigga that nigga jigga's right there. And I'm like, but it's not a skip. So now I'm having a full circle moment where I'm listening to this album and I'm like, where the fuck does that song fit? I'm not saying the song is whack. I'm just saying
I see the argument, but
I'm just saying it don't belong there.
But I almost appreciate the audacity of
to do it,
throwing it in there.
That's some New York
That's
shit.
where I'm at with it.
Let's have the argument.
Talk.
All right. Y'all, clearly you guys have recoiled against me saying get it the fuck out of here. Y'all don't like the notion of it. I would say track 3 is much too early.
It might be too early. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I guess if I'm the A&R of the project, if you're gonna have a song that's the left turn on the body of work, I guess the argument would be to get it out the way as early as possible. Mm-hmm. Because if I get in the groove and I'm at track 7 and you got me in a groove, then this song show up, it's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But that's why I say get it the fuck out of here. Because if we're talking about a certain vibe in a aesthetic, no one used that word yet on this review or interview, so I'll say it. A certain aesthetic that this album is going for. I'm like, outside of you trying to give us a reminder of what New York used to sound like, as far as a body of work and a listening experience goes, it don't fit for me. That doesn't mean that I don't like the album. I want it because, here go John Hayden. No. I'm just saying this song. I enjoyed the album, right? What I will say my biggest critique of this album was, for me personally, shout out Tony the Dome, to me. This album is very safe for Joey. Joey was on a fast break. He could have took off from the dotted lines, did the, you know what I mean? Reverse, the Kobe LeBron shit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But he was like, you know what? I need these 2 points. Let me just do a simple slam dunk or a little finger. Not even a jelly. No jelly. It's a layup.
No Gervin.
And I believe, because everything y'all said is 100% accurate. I hope this gets to Joey Badass. Everything he said is 100%. You guys have said is 100% accurate. This album is really good. Joey Badass, the rapping performance, spectacular. Like, some people be like, he's a safe rapper, he's this and he's that. And I'm like, everybody not gonna be like a Nas or a Jay-Z or even a Conway or a Benny. But for what Joey Badass does, we're not looking for metaphors or similes. We're looking for cohesion, sharp, tight flow, tight breathing, storytelling, get us from point A to point B to point C. He did all of that, right? But this album, I would say not this album, but I think going forward, Joey could take more risks with the beat selection. He could take more risks even with the storytelling. You know what I wish this album had, if we're gonna get into our nostalgia bag, was them old bad boy hitmen. To bring even big, to me, Joey likes a certain sound, but he would sound even grander on bigger production. Bigger, like you know how like D-Dot and them niggas would get real cinematics with the car driving by and the skits and all of that. Because the thing is, what I love about Joey is, and he does something that I love about, I wish more artists would do when you're talking about where you're from. He is very descriptive. Niggas said I took the 41 bus and got off at Avenue J. That's very specific for niggas that know exactly where Avenue J is on a 41 bus. Right. I might want to hear the bus. You know what I mean? I might want to hear that.
Yeah.
Cause I think Joey's nice enough, and that's the thing to Dini's point. He is getting better. The Sonics to me was better on 2000, but to me the pen is better on this album. Yeah. But to me, Joey, for him to have that universal acclaim classic that I think he deserves outside of 1999, I think at this point he needs to add more, up the budget, give us the cinema along with the lyricism. Bigger beats, bigger sounds, grandiose. Yeah. This to me, he needs to start. He needs to shed that not low budget film, but like what is that like? What is
indie film?
Indie film energy. Now it's time for you to get to Oscar season. You're good enough to be an Oscar season type actor, so to speak. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The movies that drop September, October, November, December, that's Oscar season for those that don't know. Yeah. In those movies, it might not seem like they have big budgets, but the actors cost money, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Most of the budget goes to the actors because they're good at this. And I think Joey Badass is showing us with this album, if there was any doubts that he's capable of making that next album that leaves you like, yo, what did I just listen to? And I think he left a lot of food on his plate with this project as far as that. This is not a bad album. This is a really good album. I love that, like, at certain points, like I would say, matter of fact, because I thought about it when I was listening to it. Love Dog Aura. I love West Side got nicer, low key. Let's talk about that for a quick second. We didn't get, at the time of this recording, we haven't listened to the West Side album yet, but the feature he gave on Swank White, he in pocket.
Tough.
The ball work is sharper than I remember it being.
I wasn't the biggest fan of that verse, though.
I like it.
Really?
I thought it was good, but I wanted more.
I love that verse. I thought West Side was bodying that
What?
verse. Not gonna hold you.
Wanted more out of the verse or wanted
Swank White
another verse?
Wanted more out of the verse. I did.
I thought he delivered on
He
that.
delivered.
Yeah.
I don't
But
guess
I
I'm the only
feel
one, but yeah.
from High Roller
Yeah.
through 3 feet away. Wow.
Yeah.
For him
Oh,
to
yeah.
encompass that 90s hop. You know what I'm saying? On a lot of those beats.
Did not, man.
All right, Joey. You know what you like. You like that 90s.
Exactly.
We get it. You know what I'm saying? Love this project. He's nice. Still makes more sense within the body,
Yeah.
but I still don't think it should have been a single.
We're gonna hear this in people's
Agreed.
cars.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that.
I do.
I'm gonna disagree.
I do, bro. Especially the Fab joint that you hate. I'm gonna hear that. Trust you, I'm telling you.
I also think that Don Toliver is more so the hook guy that niggas like. I know what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I feel like if people would just call that man's phone,
For a
rap
vibe-
would be in a better place.
For a vibe,
For the
Don
R&B
Toliver.
hooks.
But for the
Don
joints,
Toliver, to me, go back to the Metro album a few years, Heroes and
Villains,
Villains.
yeah.
Come
Yo,
on,
he
man.
black.
Don Toliver, listen, rappers.
Yeah.
Don Toliver is right there. Call his phone, get the hooks.
Everything with him
Please.
and Trav is crazy.
But album is tough. I'm not grading this album on anything else but what I feel like Joey Badass graduated from this.
Yeah.
It's time for him to take sonical risks.
Mhm.
Same way Kendrick,
Ascend.
if you want to Sin's point, not even just his point, but to shout out Sin, if you're gonna call out Kendrick, right? This whole thing, this whole West Coast, East Coast shit spawned because you was calling out Kendrick Lamar. If you're trying, remember what I said to y'all months ago. If you're gonna try to be pay-per-view, you want niggas to spend money to see you fight or rap in this case, you got to be able to get to that weight class. In order to get to that weight class, you have to start taking sonical risks. Right? Kendrick Lamar has took risks twice in his career, real life risks. Mr. Morale and To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 riskiest albums in rap history. That's not even hyperbole. He did it twice in his career. Where niggas was expecting A and he did fucking
Yeah.
H, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. He did fucking To Pimp a Butterfly after Good Kid,
Right.
a avalanche of an album.
Yeah.
Then he gave you Mr. Morale after Damn
And a layoff.
and a layoff.
That's bold, bro.
That's
Good
called
years.
risk. To me, this album is safe. Safe don't mean bad. Safe just means that you
Not
did
risky.
what was in your wheelhouse. You know it would work, and it worked. But for you to get to that next level, for you to be in the conversations that you want to be in, you have to go bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I'm trying to look at it from the perspective of like everything that he's put out this
Okay.
year since January 1st,
I'm
and
gonna piss you off in a second. but-
everything that he has shown me this year makes me feel like he's in the right direction. Like I said, like because I'm mostly on board with you because it's like, you know, I don't think I'm not putting it in album of the year conversations.
No, it don't belong there.
You know what I mean? I think it's a really, really solid project, and I appreciate everything that he did on it. But like I said, not everything landed, and it didn't execute 100%, right? But based on what he did earlier this year with the battle and how the songs kept getting better and stronger. And we were talking earlier about like when you get in that groove, you're in that zone. some people, that's what they need to really like deliver and execute. And so I think that right now with this, he's still now I feel like he's in a more sort of experimental zone, trying to like, you know, not necessarily do just like the hard raps and the boom bap. Yeah, some vibey joints, some sing-songy, some Mos Def type of vibes. Yep. You know what I mean? So, and you know, the Fabulous one. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at, this is a good direction for him to like expand his range and spread his wings a little bit more.
I just think that there's more he could do if he's willing to take the risk. Like for me personally, this is what I was saying. I might upset you a little bit. I think there's no song on this album that's better than the Finals. Like the Finals to me is like peak Joey. Like the beat, the bravado, the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy right there whose back was against the wall and niggas was doubting him, and niggas like me, I'm niggas, was doubting him, and he showed the fuck up.
Yeah.
In that moment, and it wasn't just like the beat hard, but like you could tell he embodied the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Joey, if you can do that with your back against the wall and an entire nation doubting who you are as an artist and come out and dominate and win, I don't give a fuck what you niggas say. He won and he dominated.
Yeah, he did.
By himself, with the exception of one feature verse from what was the battle rapper homie name?
Daylight.
Loaded Lux.
Loaded Lux.
On the champion.
Outside of that one verse from Lux, he took on a lot of niggas by himself.
Great verse, by the way.
Okay?
From Loaded.
Fire verse.
Great verse.
You know what I mean? I'm just not a battle rap fan. That's just not my bag. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you can do that and you could understand the moment and rise to that occasion, I believe that you can rise to the occasion even more so by way of taking those risks. You keep talking about Brooklyn. You keep taking us. Anytime we listen to you, you take us to Brooklyn. And I love that. I think you can take us even more within Brooklyn. Speaking of Brooklyn, let's go to Rome Streets for a second. BK's Finals. You know, we love Rome. You know what I mean? Shout out Bad Influence. Shout out everybody.
Family.
Social Misfits. You know, home team. Long story short, I don't got to say too much. God damn it. I need to hear Rome on more beats like this.
Bingo.
As a fan, I love what he does as an artist. I love the projects. Conductor. Shout out Derringer. You could tell Rome has an affinity for those dirty sounding sonics. But god damn it, when you take him out of the dirt with the sonics and you take him to more lush sounds, to me, when he's not rhyming on those type of beats that we heard on BK's Finals, he's fighting with one hand. To me, when you take him to even the joint he did with Primo, when he gets in that world, he's fighting with both hands. He's ambidextrous on those beats. And I'm like, damn, Rome, you like what you like. But when you hear, you hear.
Yeah, man.
You said there was nobody, it didn't matter who went last. Rome should have went last. I didn't care about the
last,
I did not give a fuck.
I like the way Rome,
nothing against those verses.
I like the way Rome should transition into the
For
rest
sure.
of the,
But Rome bodied the
smoked
he
it.
bodied
He
Joey too,
smoked
nigga.
it.
And I get
show.
showing love to Kai and CJ because they were ones that
He
popped
did
out
it
for
a
the battle.
disservice.
Yeah.
It needed to just be Roman
It should have
and
been
Joey.
Kai or yes.
It needed
Thank
to
you.
just be
Matter
Roman
of fact,
Joey.
You right.
You want to cut the CJ verse off?
Now I'm just saying, considering if we weigh in if we put it on a scale, Rome and Joey gas.
It's an event song. If
It's an
just
event,
them two.
right? You know what I'm saying? But as far as all four verses, none of the verses was whack. But goddamn it should have been Joey starting it off, put Kai Cash and CJ Fly in the middle,
And then
Rome close it. Cause goddamn. Cause the thing is, Rome when he getting those dirty beats, it's like cool, and you go bar it up, you can show niggas how nice you are. But when you get in those lush sounds, you can do all of those things.
bro.
But then the pocket that you rhyming in is a little bit different. So it's a little sharper, and it just shows that jab is there, that right hook is there, that overhand right, the left hook is there.
It also-
It's all in.
It also cuts through because like his voice, his delivery,
Really
the
shows.
way that he rhymes, like it all still feels dirty,
Yes.
Yeah.
you know, from the mud. But when you juxtapose
it's
that,
the contrast.
right? When you juxtapose
beat.
that with the lush,
Yeah.
you know, shiny
He
sonics,
sounded immaculate, man.
it's a match made in heaven, man.
We need more of that.
Shout out
Yeah.
to
Or
Static.
get back with Wavy. Because again, 1,000 watts, 1,000
to
volts,
God.
pardon me.
Yeah.
I listen to that at least every other day. Because that's like when
Great
he's in that sound, when he's in that wave and you take him out coat the mud, because he love rhyming in the
He
mud.
do.
That's his thing. Like Rome loved dirty, trippy sounding beats. But when you get him on shit with horns, pianos, lush sounds with his voice and his pocket work.
Different.
And the fact that Rome can rhyme unorthodox, he could pick various different pockets to lean within and cook.
Yeah.
To me, like, I need more of that from him. The
Bounce
next
back
project,
and
we got to get back to him on that, like future wave energy, shit like that.
Like
You know what I mean?
96 Naughty, like that type of energy, bro. Like where it just was like, I missed that.
I think
man.
Rome,
More anthems.
the more I listen
Yeah.
to Rome,
Yeah.
the more I feel like he's so nice that I feel like he likes to challenge himself.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
what
he's
it is.
bored of being good. So let me try. Let me do some shit that make it as difficult as possible for me
what
to
I
rhyme
did?
on. You know what I mean? But let's move on. Macito, coming to you with this one. You're gonna set the tone that we're gonna work off of that.
It's good.
Atlanta.
All right, hold on. We got to stop that segment because in between the time we recorded that and now what you see in front of you, a lot of information has transpired. A lot of information is coming out of ATL. And there's for a person who we looked at as, this guy's holding it down. At the peak of his career, the peak of his popularity, the Atlanta Rico came down. Young Thug had to sit. And we were like, God damn, that's tough for Thug. He was finding his rhythm. I think that YSL album had come out. He was doing really well. Him and Gunna on top of the world. And then now this comes out, and it's like, everybody looks funny in the light. Outside of maybe 21 Savage, everyone looks funny in the light.
Yeah.
The rap round table is here. We're usually on the sidewalk. No Macito. Macito has some business to take care of. This is his lane. This is industry talk. This is young rap talk.
The
But you know what? You got the unks.
You know
got
he's
great
the
beards.
investigative reporter.
Of course.
You got the OGs.
Of course. But yo, fellas, what the fuck is going on here?
Ugh.
Recorded jail calls? What the hell? I'm perplexed. Sincere the Rap Snob, you are I would say you are the most illogical person.
A voice of reason.
You're the voice of reason. You're the most mature one of us when it comes to these situations. Yes. What are your thoughts on all of these recordings coming out of Atlanta?
Oh man, it's a lot of thoughts going through my head, man. First of all, like the first thing that comes to my head is just like Atlanta, their empire is falling, it's crumbling. You know, we're literally watching it crumble on a day by day basis. The more information that comes out of out of that whole situation, the phone calls, the tweets, the leaked records, the diss records, like y'all been telling me, and I don't mean y'all, I mean them, y'all have been telling me for the longest time, New York got to be more like Atlanta, more like the South. Y'all got to, stick together. That's the reason New York, ain't been on top, is because, y'all always up against each other, and the South and Atlanta, they always stick together. And like, I'm looking at it now, I'm like, word? That's what was really going on, because from the looks of it now, this motherfucker's telling on this one, that one's telling on the other one. There's all these diss records that's leaking and coming out left and right. Like, bro, like what's good down there? What's going on? Y'all supposed to have this tight brotherhood. Y'all supposed to be like, that Southern hospitality. That's not what's going on right now, man. So I'm looking at it from that perspective, obviously, in terms of like music and hip hop culture and the run that Atlanta and I mean the South in general, but Atlanta definitely has had over the years. And that run is looking crazy in the light right now. You know what I mean? Everybody involved in that area, everything that everybody's ever told me about, like how Atlanta operates, all of that shit is looking super crazy in the light. As far as like, the street shit, the legality of it all, like that's not really my lane. You know what I mean? I'm the most sidewalk out of all of us here at the Rap Round Table. So I don't want to get too deep into that, but like, I mean, there's a lot of telling, man. There's a lot of snitching going on. There's a lot of code not being followed, and at the end of the day, whatever code you say you live by, that's the shit that I'm always most concerned with. Is like, if you say you live by a certain code, then follow that code. But if you've been perpetrating to have a certain code that you live by, and then come to find out you're not living by that code, you never really did live by that code, that shit really, I hate seeing shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, whatever walk of life you are, whatever code you have, if you have a code, live by it. This is worse than not having a code at all. Like, I hate a codeless motherfucker. You know what I mean, Drake? But at least when you have motherfuckers that don't have no code, you know what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? But to say that you live by a certain code and etiquette, and now it comes to the light that you not only do you not live by it, you never really did live by it at all. You know what I mean? It was just smoke and mirrors and you know, wool over the eyes. You know what I mean? Like, I hate seeing shit like this, man. You know, and at the end of the day, I don't like to see shit like this at all in any walk of life, in any region. You know what I mean? I want hip hop to always have a positive light on it. This just shines negatively in general, but especially on Atlanta. And Atlanta been talking hot shit for the longest time, and look at y'all now. What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Crazy.
They need a balance, man. What the hell? Like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
What the hell, Ron James? Yo, as a person that's like a big fan of Thug's music, I was a part of the whole free slime movement. Yo, like I'm flabbergasted, bro. I'm disappointed. I know I shouldn't be, because this is hip hop. Huh?
You were a big fan?
Really? I fuck with Thug, bro. I fuck with Thug. Yeah. This is since Bada 6 type shit. Like, this is tragic to me. Like I said, I know you're not supposed to believe in the people you listen to their music like they're all like superheroes and shit. It's not one of those kind of events, but I did feel like what you were saying, the whole Atlanta brotherhood thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, it seemed like that was always like the thing that always separated them, the connection. It seemed like all the niggas in Atlanta rap, the big dogs hit each other on the phone, do things together. It just always seemed like they had a tighter knit connection. But this is more of a Thug thing, bro. I'm extremely disappointed, bro. Like, take my number, call me if you need anything. Just don't let nobody know. This is what we're doing. Like, and I thought Thug was a goon. And I'm not saying that he's not a goon. I'm just saying he's just not the type of goon I thought he was. I thought everything was solid, bro. Like, there's 2-hour conversations in quiet rooms. The quiet is loud in the quiet room. I never thought that was possible. It could get loud in the quiet room. Like the whole, there was supposedly gun cases from before that supposedly got pulled over in the Sprinter with guns in LA. Them cases supposedly disappeared. Whack 100's talking about it. Nobody else. It's just a lot of shit going on, bro. The whole turning the free world against Gunna. You know what I'm saying? The free world. I'm talking about niggas are saying fuck Gunna, unfollowing, making diss records, and the whole time it was Thug, bro. Thug was the ace in the whole time. I just think that's fucked up for you to push that image on Gunna, you know, and this shows another thing too, for you to try to bury Gunna knowing that Gunna's essentially signing you and you make money from him. That's a different type of nigga. A nigga that'll jeopardize his own money just to see that nigga fail. You get what I'm saying? It's the whole thing, bro. If Gunna said yes in the courtroom and we labeled him a snitch. We did. I did. You know what I'm saying? He said yes.
Technically, just for the sake of argument,
I
don't think Gunna is innocent.
Not at all.
I would say that I think Thug is just more ridiculous as of the time of this recording, but for pushing that on him when he's done.
When that's your type of
more egregious.
Slightly more, bro. One nigga said yes, ma'am, and another nigga said places, location, times, like who's doing what, incidents. Nah, this is crazy, bro. And like, and I hate to say it, but it is an energy thing. Like the same energy that we had directed towards Gunna, we're gonna have to. If you're solid, if you're just keeping it solid, if we're gonna do the whole he's a snitch, but I like him thing, that's cool too. That's cool too if you want to do that. You get what I'm saying? But this is wild, bro. This was like snitching on a different level. This is snitching on multiple occasions about multiple shit. I don't know how the Pee Wee nigga came back from that. There must have been a check involved. But the nigga told on him too. Like, it's just, I'm lost, bro. I'm disappointed. He got 6ix9ine back in the fray. You know the world is fucking crazy.
6ix9ine still not sanctioned.
Not sanctioned.
But
back in the fray. But he's back in the fray though.
But
if nothing else, he's the ultimate grifter behind it.
Bro.
Go ahead, Sid, do your thing.
Jump in.
However, and this will be hell is freezing over for a good little while right now because I'm about to like kind of sort of somewhat be on 6ix9ine side right now. Like he kind of has a point. You know what I mean? This is the one and only time I'm ever gonna say 6ix9ine has a point. Just mark this day on your calendar. You're never
don't
gonna
think
hear
you're,
this shit
but
again.
don't think you're good, 6ix9ine. You're still bad.
He's not
but
good.
you are making a point.
He is making the point that now we're gonna move the goal. If y'all still supporting Thug, if you still supporting Gunna, if you supporting any of this, like y'all moving the goalposts. Y'all was talking real hot about me. You know what I mean? Because y'all wasn't fucking with me. All right, cool. But y'all, if you're gonna keep fucking with Gunna and now you're gonna keep fucking with Thug and y'all gonna keep supporting them and y'all not gonna say the same shit that y'all said about me, about them, I don't know.
Just keep it a buck and say that whole shit don't matter. And as long as I like the person, there's nothing they can do that doesn't affect my sensibilities.
Energy across the board.
You got to, bro.
Even though, like, at the end of the day, I still don't fuck with 6ix9ine. He's still not sanctioned and all of that. But he is making a pretty strong point about keeping the same energy. You know what I mean?
Not to do the whataboutism, but this is heinous. This is some crazy shit. Like multiple leaks, conversations. I'm not even a fan of the whole recording phone call shit. So that in and of itself to me is wild. But bro, like he's saying some wild shit on these recordings.
And I also remember, during that time when the 6ix9ine shit came out, they was putting 6ix9ine on the entirety of New York. All of New York.
Talk about it.
He was the #1 representative for New York at the time.
Yep.
Like, look at New York.
Snitch9 and everything. Yep.
Hold this L. You know what I mean? Like,
this is true.
This is why I got out of Sid way because I knew Sid would never.
He gonna get there.
I think 6ix9ine was the first guy that Sid really was like, I don't want to fucking talk about this guy again. So if he wants to talk about him now, it had to be for a reason. Listen. If you go back to like I think our first 10 episodes, somewhere within our first 10, Sid was like, fuck that guy for now and forever. But you know what? Considering, I'm not even trying to make this about New York, but Sid cooking. Considering that y'all put this guy on us repeatedly, we putting Thug in that whole situation on Atlanta.
Gotta hold it.
Y'all gotta hold it the same way we held
100%.
it. Y'all gotta hold it the same way we held it because this is unacceptable behavior. And it's like I seen something where Young Thug was saying that he was saying whatever he said to the people, them 12, if you will. 12 to help his mans. He wasn't on some like what he said. Whatever information he was given was in fact he was, I guess, bartering for lack of a better word, with a situation where
I hear you.
See how you like
no pun intended.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't even ask him out.
You know what I'm saying? He was bartering with the law by way of giving information in order to help his mans out. So you know what? On the surface level, when you in the streets, we know that you got some crooked policemen. You know what I'm saying? We know that, right? Yeah. So sometimes you got to give in order to get, all right? But at the end of the day, the shit that you was given, even if you say you helping your mans and it's on some street shit, but in the bylaws of telling, you still told. A yes man by Gunna is YSL again. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll say what you will. And I saw the video where he talked about and he explained why he felt the way he felt about him telling. And I can't take that away from him. All right. Fair is fair. He told, right? Boom. Throw it out the window.
Yeah.
But there's no audio of Gunna in the back seat of a cop car or in an interrogation room saying, yes, he was there. Yes. He did that. He did this, and this. YSL Woody was over here, and he had the grippy, you know what I'm saying? All this, whatever, right?
Yeah, man.
So it's like, for you to spend all this time, and it's like, we'll be like scrolling on the socials, minding our business, it'll just be a random Young Thug tweet mad at Gunna. Like, yo, all them times. No funny shit. I'm not even trying to cook. But it'd be like, you kick his back in the way we kick Drake's back. So for this information to be here, not knowing that it would come to the day of light, this was on nobody's bingo card. Yeah. It wasn't on a YSL bingo card. It wasn't on Mariah the Scientist bingo card. It wasn't on nobody's card. He thought he did whatever he did and said whatever he said, and he could get that off. But the issue I got beyond, because the thing is, This is not no street. We not art of dialogue. We not here talking about street shit. We even the niggas that we know are gang members that rap that come on our show. We don't ask them about gang shit. We don't give a fuck.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? The shit that got me mad is the endless amount of gossiping this man did while he was in there. Like I seen a post where he was like, all Young Thug did in jail was gossip and eat. And it's like, goddamn, you talking about you spent money. You talked about how the Migos is cooked out here in the street. You talking about how much bread you put on Gunna to make sure he went #1 over Weekend. There's conversations about yeah. We're talking about botting, talking about buying your own sales, huh? And then it got to us wondering, it's like, we've always known and we've kind of told y'all, we've been suggesting shit. 6ix9ine told y'all about the botting all them years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now you beginning to wonder. This makes Drake's lawsuit even more like eye-opening because it's like, whoa, wait a minute. So you know niggas is botting, and you couldn't believe because you bought for me, huh? Because at this point, I'm convinced that they were botting for Aubrey too, with no evidence. I'm recklessly speculating, but just based on if this is the rules of engagement, right?
Yeah.
Then to me, it's starting to feel like Aubrey's lawsuit is like, yo, you did all of this for me and you let him win? And you were convinced that they botted for Kendrick because they've been botting for you. But then every time we try to uncover some shit, there is no data to support it. Even if some of the data does look funny. Whatever UMG got going on is ironclad. But fellas, I got a problem with the gossiping. And then little baby on the phone, 21 Savage is kind of like trying to 21 the most solid nigga out of all of them.
Out of the whole crew, bro.
You know what I mean? This what we doing? The street niggas in Atlanta be gossiping? What's going on?
I mean, shout out to what's his name, Lil Baby for trying to keep it gangster. You know, he just was told this dude's a snitch, ice him out, and he just said, you know, you're right, and iced him out. So I give him his props on that too. He tried to stay solid, but we will see now what his relationship is now with Thug to see how solid this relationship, if those ties really there. And these are street niggas. You get what I'm saying? Like, we sidewalk niggas. These are street niggas. So when snitching makes me cringe, and I'm a sidewalk nigga. So what does this do to a street nigga? When a street nigga feels like, damn, and not to mention, this is the nigga that set me on the hunt for the other nigga that we thought was the official snitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that's bothering me the most. You sent Gun on you put Gun on the hit list. Everybody hates Gunna now for shit you did in a more heinous way, bro. Like, that's the shit that's like the most, like, Thug is really whoever thought Thug would be the mastermind? Like,
here's my thing, man. Flocks
crazy.
You know what I mean? Flocks, birds of a feather.
Flock together.
Birds of a feather. You know what I mean? Emphasis on the birds. Because we already brought Drake's name into this, so I'll take it a step further. You know what I mean? Like, all this allegations of botting and all these allegations of these underhanded tactics, all this snitching, all this telling, all this chatty shit. Like, this is why these motherfuckers get along. You know what I mean? This is why all these motherfuckers get along.
It's a chatty patty committee kind of thing.
They all act the same. They all you know what I mean? They all act the same. They all follow the same type of way of life. You know what I mean? Or they go about life in very similar ways. You know what I mean? Like the
world views.
The code that they follow, the era that they came up with. I don't know what it is that's different about the water that they was drinking versus the water everybody else
that we had. Yeah,
you know what I mean. But like all this chatty shit, all this telling, all this, you know what I mean. He said, she said, like all that shit is whack. You know what I mean? That like back in the day, like we didn't tolerate any of that shit. You know what I mean? But now, in this social media era where it's so easy to just, get your Twitter fingers going and start talking about and telling and putting snapshot, screen captures of DMs and of text threads and all this. Like, it's such a different era now where it's like you got to try to expose everybody else to make yourself look or feel better. You know what I mean? And that's the way that a lot of these motherfuckers go about shit. And that's the way that, Drake went about this entire battle. Like, yo, let me expose Kendrick You know what I mean? So I could make myself look better.
Because
Meanwhile,
he thinks that, and them, to your point, said they all believe that we all have personas.
Right.
Everything is fake. What y'all telling us is that a lot of these current mainstream rappers, they all plugged into the matrix. They're not really the persons that they portraying. So that's why they feel like they can play the expose card to your point about Drake, because Drake is a fraud apparently. So he's saying I'm faking it, so Kendrick got to be faking it too. You know what I mean?
It's everybody masquerading.
And the thing is, at the end of the day, it's a lot of projecting. All the, like this Young Thug thing, all the shit that he was talking about, Gunna. You know what I mean? He was projecting.
That was him.
Because he knows what he was. He knew what he was doing.
That was crazy, bro.
Every all these allegations about bots, about the other guy, you're projecting that because you know that you was doing it. So if I'm doing it, they gotta be doing it. You know what I mean?
You got this coming from the like. It's almost like at this point, I got no evidence besides what's been talked about in the group chat that we can't talk about too much. But it's like the fact that this information can be, journalists can request said information. Is it not I forgot the phrase that they use, but it's somewhere up the block and around the corner from fair use where like you can legally request. That's how it's getting out. Like no one's breaking any laws with these tapes getting out because the journalists are requesting it. But it's very interesting that a lot of this stuff is coming from a Gunna daily page. So it makes me wonder who inside of Gunna's can't figure out that all of this shit we can get this shit if we want this shit. Who inside the prison that Thug was at? So yo, we got all these things on tape. So if you want that, we got that for you if the price is right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the timing a week after Gunna or 2 weeks after Gunna's album drops, and then like they trying to play with Gunna's name with the Stitch allegations again, and then all of this on the Gunna daily page. This is crazy.
Crazy.
Like whatever. This is honestly
what a weekend.
An all-timer in rap. And
Yeah.
then you got a situation where P from QC comes through and he has to post on his Instagram saying, imagine some broke ass rats like Young Thug and Pee Wee Ratsko trying to run a rat narrative on me and all my niggas that I love running with. These whole ass niggas knowing how these niggas talk about me. I'm gonna say this for the last time. I'm not no street nigga. I'm a tax-paying citizen that's running a business and taking care of my family. All the street niggas is broke, dead, and in jail. Why do y'all continue to glorify this shit? Streets been dead. Y'all niggas gave the city a bad name. And by the way, I never been into no courtroom or no nigga. Sat in the interrogation room running niggas' names. I don't speak on the dead, so I don't care enough to explain the situation. Y'all boys the police, and niggas mad at me, mad at y'all, not me. Jesus Christ. Atlanta's burning.
Bomb drop.
Every key person in Atlanta is somehow roped into this, whether they mean to be or not.
Or not, bro.
From QC, one of the CEOs of one of the strongest labels in Atlanta, feeling like his name has been drugged through the mud, so he got to be in the midst of this shit. Insanity. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that kills me is like Young Thug and all of those guys, if you listen to their lyrics, and Dina, you could account for this, there's always a use of the word solid. Say solid. Be some solid niggas.
Slap.
And he's there talking. Does Young Thug like anyone? He talked outside of maybe the 21 and Little Baby. He talked bad about each and every person, even niggas he did.
Everybody, bro.
With. So it's like for you, is that
Macito
music?
Uh-oh.
So for him to talk this bad about people that he's collaborating, and I'm talking about they broke, they in the red. I put money on this guy. Like,
nasty.
I was like, who does he like? Who does Young Thug even like? Like, Young Thug is really like, he might be a bad guy. But Macito, we've done our best in your absence to talk about this situation. I didn't think it was going to go this long, but this Atlanta shit, Atlanta is burning. The city, hip hop in Atlanta, on fire right now.
Fuego.
So we're going to give you the ISO. The videos came out. This is almost like we didn't get to do the segment in studio. This is your segment now. You can break the whole shit down and we will respond to you, bro. Videos, P from QC, audio, writing. What's going on?
Talk to us.
Oh, I know Mace got the whole timeline like on his wall right now.
Macito.
Threads connecting everywhere.
Like a case, bro.
It's like you say, Atlanta's burning, and I can't help but think that when it comes to the origin of all this, I'm really wondering where it's coming. Now, the Gunna Daily page seems to be dropping a new episode of this like every 6th hour on the hour. So I don't know if it's
the homie Dre, who's been in like all of the Clips rollout and the Kenny rollout, said there's more to come as well.
Fire bun.
The tapes are being released. It's very, I don't know. It's
crazy.
Like a specific time that they drop it. It's very purposeful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you say, Joe, Atlanta's burning, and I can't help but say, like, us as New Yorkers, we provide a very unique perspective to this, right? Because we had our reign, and everybody always say, what happened in New York? What happened in New York? They say we ate ourselves, right? They say that we couldn't get along. They say that we took each other out, that our detention caused the opening for the South.
Because we love each other in Atlanta. That's what they said.
So the irony of seeing this be the way that they get taken out, I can't help but, I can't help but laugh a little. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Crazy, man.
But listen, it's like you say. Right now, Young Thug seems to be right. Let's start with the Young Thug of it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pause if necessary. But let's start with Young Thug, right? Jov, I didn't hear everything of what y'all was saying, but I did catch the last couple seconds. And it's like you say, the Young Thug, seemingly the most liked man in Atlanta, the most, it seemed like everybody likes him, everybody gets along with him. It seems like he's often the middle point in two other people's disagreements, but he's going in on anybody, on everybody, right? We got these most recent things where he's even getting to Kendrick Lamar, but that's not even as important.
Well, we gonna get there. That's how we close in the segment.
That was hilarious.
Not even as important as what he's saying about the rest of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? The QC part, the part that, it seemed like he has some sort of weird mind control over Lil Baby, right? That whatever he wants going on, he
manipulation
to be following everything. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, listen, man, I don't know. Is this admissible in court? Is Drake's lawyers or the OVO lawyers paying attention to what's going on here? Because this seems really even relevant to that situation. We talking body streams. You know what I mean? Fake niggas, fake number ones, fake sales, all type of fake shit going on right now in the land of.
Ain't it funny that when we said this to jump in, we was like, yo, I feel like niggas is losing momentum. I felt like we started saying that around 2023, and we got yelled at by certain people. Oh, here go New York, hate him. Whole time, they was buying the influence.
We said that while Young Thug was locked up, everybody thought he was about to come out like Tupac in '96, right? We said that when right when 21 Savage had just come off a potential MVP type year. You know what I mean? After Future had just continued to drop number ones, we kind of called this super early, but I don't even think we expected this, right? Because it's one thing for musically for them to fall off, for them to get out of touch, for just the game to just swing the other way, right? But this here, you know what I mean? Do we expect Young Thug to be on there calling QCP a rat? And say, you don't know why Lil Baby rocks with him? Do we expect for him to be admitting that his last couple number ones were because he had some sort of streams plug? Like, listen, guys, we're going to have to stop bragging about these streams. I'm on the OVO side. I'm, the PG Langers. I say, like, do we come to a simple agreement that we need to all just stop using streams? Because this is insane, right? He's basically admitting that him and his sales over Gunna's last album are fake. Gunna's sales over the weekend album before that were fake. So I don't know how far that goes back, right? I'm not 100% sure.
6ix9ine.
Now 50K is a lot of money now, though. That's the thing. I spend 50K. Now 50K is a lot of money to rap niggas now. You know what I'm saying? That's not a trip to the mall. Now I spent 50K to make your album go number one.
On credit cards, nigga. It's not even cash.
Like,
right.
Crazy.
6ix9ine told us in 2018, 2019.
6 credit cards.
That you can buy a number one, right? 6ix9ine did say that. Speaking of 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine, did you see 6ix9ine?
The resurgence.
Yeah.
It was like a collection It was like the snitch round table, the rat round table.
The rat round table.
The rat round table is
different.
insane.
You had Woody,
Oh,
you had
shit.
you had academics, whack 100, all discussing the shadiness here, the disgustingness of this here. We got listen.
You had him with top 5 on stream with Ack as well.
Yep.
That top 5 on there, threatening 6ix9ine back and forth. I think 6ix9ine kind of had more bars than him.
He said you almost got your head cut off. I died laughing.
You know, listen, it's seemingly so many things going on, and from so many different, planets in the Atlanta solar system, because you have basically, the Migos don't get along with Lil Baby, who don't get along with Gunna, who don't get along. Like it's all of the people that were having this. We had 21 Savage basically saying like, why are they even dissing Gunna? But at the same time telling Doug, yo, you need to just say that he isn't a rat, but tell him I need 90% of your publishing if I lie to the public. Just complete.
Man, shout out 21. He the only one who has some sense behind it. Don't fuck the money up.
21 said we got to make business out of this, bro. We can't just be up here being nonsensical. And he was right, because if this was coming out anyway, you know what I'm saying? You got what Young Thug seemingly like. Listen, you know how Kobe is known in the NBA. He went over to Russ and KD and James Harden. He said, you need your own team, bro. All of a sudden, OKC is broken up. We get the news that he was telling Kyrie on the low, you need your own team, bro. You know what I mean? Seemed like Young Thug was the first back in the rap game.
Addition by subtraction.
Like he was telling everybody, you don't need to fuck with that one. You don't need to fuck with that one. We heard him lie right on the phone to 21 Savage, right?
That ass.
Say, or my mother, or they call it merchant it these days. You know what I mean? I'm getting a little old. They say he merged it. They say on his mother, he didn't ask his brother to take the same plea deal that Gunna did. Unfunk, who kind of snitched way worse than Gunna. But then we have a modern tweet of him saying to the entire public, the only reason my brother took the plea is because I told him. It's like Young Thug, we all felt so bad for him, and when I say we all, I don't mean every single one of us, right? I just mean the general public.
In real time.
Real time.
Rap culture all felt like, yo,
free slime.
To get out. We don't like the situation for him. Us here at the Rap Roundtable, we covered the YSL trial throughout, you know what I mean? And at one point, we all kind of thought it was a rap for Young Thug. You know what I mean? So for him to be having all of this goodwill while behind the scenes just completely breaking down everything. I mean,
crazy.
This is what people behind the scenes were doing in Atlanta.
And that's the thing. It just makes you wonder who's really who from this current era of Atlanta. Also, it makes you wonder how Thug ain't even. Matter of fact, I hate to do this, but we're gonna do it. I feel like Thug ain't do jail right, because for this to get out, you didn't make the right. You ain't get cool with the COs. You ain't get cool with the bosses, because you're supposed to throw paper at them to where whatever I talk about, you don't think rappers talk about shit on the phone all the time? We ain't never seen this before. Ain't no Tory Lane tapes coming out, his jail calls. He the most recent jail nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to do jail.
And they was on a hunt for that nigga.
So pay all of these niggas to make sure that shit don't get out. You did jail wrong. You must have been an asshole to the COs and the upper management. The city of Atlanta wanted to pack you up anyway. The state of Georgia wanted to pack you up. So you made no friends anywhere? Like, come on,
niggas be holding on those tapes, even with a friend. Niggas be holding on those tapes for dear life. You see what they did?
How Diddy don't got no jail tapes out? Diddy,
all right, Diddy don't. But they held that the hotel tape for 8 years,
but
and then dropped it on him when the time called for it.
There's a right way and a wrong way to do jail.
Like, what I'm saying is, I wouldn't be surprised if you hold on to that tape. And you might have said, Thug, yo, slide some paper. Maybe you wanted it so I could continuously slide paper. You nigga said, I'm done.
He ain't sliding no chicken at all. But everything to come out, nigga, Gunna Daily got the whole drop, bro. We dropping this shit like
they probably put the bread up.
But Macito, what you thought about that whole shit with the nigga talking to the cops saying that he was telling him to get his other mans off of a situation?
Listen, you mean with Young Thug in particular? Yeah. Listen, I think what you're referring to is when he was in the interrogation room for 2 hours, no lawyer, no, you know what I mean? Basically saying, you can have my phone number. Call me.
If you need anything. You know what I'm saying? Just don't tell nobody.
What's going on? To me, because Young Thug's response to that was, basically, this is the context of what's going on. This is what's going on. And listen, it's like you always say, Job. We're sidewalkers, we're taxpayers, we chilling over here. So yeah, maybe me specifically, I could contextually understand, like, yeah, you was doing this, you was doing that, but this type of understanding was never allowed for Gunna. So within that context, I can't give Young Thug any
grace. No grace.
Off the hook for this.
Yeah.
You can't tell the cops, here's my math. If you need something more, give me a call.
Mr. Never Snitch is in there saying that, bro. That sounds crazy to me.
Yo.
Bringing up what you heard Lil Wayne rap about, basically saying, hey, Birdman's the one that you should be looking for. Like, this looks crazy, no? You heard Woody. Woody was online saying, listen, let's be friends. We all snitches over here, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. And it's the dichotomy of that, right, y'all? Seeing that, which is years ago. Let's add that context as well. I believe over a decade ago. So seeing that while also hearing all these jail calls that Young Thug is damn near obsessed. He said he don't even want Gunna to get no box, bro. You know what I mean? He said he don't want nobody to respect him on the streets. He don't want chicks to give him no sex. You know what I mean? It's like this guy.
But that's the kamikaze of it all, Mace. Because I'm like, you earn money when Gunna earns money, so you hate him so much. You don't want him to earn money, so you don't want to earn no money.
That's what one was trying to say.
Yo. But that's what I'm saying. How you doing this when you doing the same shit?
Doing the same shit.
That's the part that makes it twice as heinous, bro.
Gunna was claiming YSL this whole time. You kicking his back in and you tell it? That don't even make sense.
That's crazy.
And Gunna's not even known to be that guy. You supposed to be that guy.
You the thug.
Spitting in the office.
Say your name.
Yo.
So,
what in the world is going on out here?
And that at the same time makes you even feel less bad for like all of this pushback that he's getting.
And the thing is, like, it's at the end of the day, it's a lot of emotion running rampant for motherfuckers that claim to be emotionless. Because to say I don't want this guy to succeed, when he succeeds, you succeed. When he
hatred.
Eats, you eat. You know what I mean? Smart business would be, you eat, I eat. But no, I don't want you to succeed. I don't care if I get fucked up over it. I'm just so emotional about you right now that I want you fucked up, even if it fucks me up. That's crazy.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
Jilted.
And last but not least, before we get up out of here and get back to the in studio, since they're the rap snob, this guy asked Kendrick for a feature, and then when Kendrick said no, he goes on to say this is why he'll never be bigger than Drake. I don't like when rappers don't want to collaborate with other rappers, so on and so forth. What does the PG Land gang have to say about Young Thug getting emotional about Kenny saying no?
I know we got to wrap this up quick, you know what I mean, because we got to get back to the regularly scheduled program, but like I have a long ass list.
Do it. Fuck that. We got niggas hitting us up on yo, where y'all at? Where y'all dropping? So we giving y'all the loaded podcast.
Listen, he's collaborated with Future 4 times. He's collaborated with Playboy Cardi most recently.
3
times. With 2 Chainz on the Black Panther soundtrack. You know what I mean? He's collaborated with Mike Will Made It, Metro Boomin, Kodak Black. You know what I mean?
Kodak was all over Mr. Morale.
Pusha T and the Clips, Travis.
ASAP Rocky.
He collaborated with Wayne twice.
But told this nigga.
You know what I mean? And this is just the South. You know what I mean? So like for him to try to paint it like, oh, you know, Kendrick is just, you know, he mad selfish. He don't want to collaborate with nobody. He don't want to fuck with motherfuckers. Like, no, he don't like you. He don't want to collaborate with you.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Didn't he have a bar that had Thug niggas? Like, what he mean by that in regards to Thug?
What you mean?
when he mentioned Gunna in one of the disses, you know, some shit that would make Gunna look like
Oh,
a
right.
like that.
Yes,
makes me
yes,
wonder.
yes.
What do you know, Kendrick?
Yes, exactly. This is like, it's a certain level of entitlement, and this is the part that bothers me. And again, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna like apply it to like the bigger scope. There's a certain level of entitlement that I feel has recently been coming out of that entire area. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, so if Kendrick does not want to collaborate with me, first of all, you feel entitled to that collaboration. You feel entitled to Kendrick wanna do a song or a project with you or whatever. You know what I mean? And when he doesn't, then you want to talk shit about him like there's something wrong with him. You know what I mean? We just talked, very recently about Wayne and his entitlement to wanting to do the fucking Super Bowl. I remember some time ago, the Migos, you know what I mean, they was talking some hot shit, feeling super entitled, so something or other. I can't remember exactly what it was. I remember them bringing up Pete Rock though and saying that Pete Rock should be like kissing their feet or some shit. And I'm just like,
was it during that time when they said that they took their whole style from Bone Thugs and they got any feelings behind that?
Yes, that's what it was. And I'm just like that, and it goes back to the projecting, because that whole area is always talking shit about New York and how New Yorkers feel so like high and mighty, how New Yorkers, be on their high horse. We really just be chilling. We be chilling. We do our own thing. We have our own lane. We have our own sound. We do our own thing. We don't be out here talking shit about nobody. You know what I mean? We be chilling. And these motherfuckers is the entitled ones.
Crazy.
That they swear that we are.
Projection. More projection, bro.
Could you imagine if Beans went to jail in 2004? There was tapes about him talking about Dame and Jay-Z and Big. I don't even like Cameron like that. And I can't believe that Dame sold me a bag of goods. You know what I mean? Like, it's really crazy, B. You know what I mean?
And at the end of the day, it's just like, look, you can't tell an artist, what you can't expect the artist to do what you want them to do just because you ask them to, because you think, oh, like it would be hot or it would be lit or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
It's the rapper ego though, man.
Kendrick Lamar has and will always be in his own lane and will do precisely 100% what he wants to do. He's not going to be talked into anything. He's not going to be like, oh, let me do this for the look. That's the last thing Kendrick Lamar is ever going to do. That motherfucker, he has 2 collaborations with Rhapsody. You know what I mean? Because that's where his energy's at. That's where he feels, connected to. You know what I mean? If he don't feel artistically connected with you or culturally connected with you, whatever the case is, whatever it is that he looks at you and is like, nah, I'm good on that, really. You know what I mean? He like you said, Job, whatever it is that he said in that bar about Gunna, you know what I mean? And things that would make him look like a saint, whatever, he must know like wild shit that he's like, you know what? I'm good on this Thug collaboration. You know what I mean? Or at least heard shit through the grapevine where he's like, that's not really where I want to align my energy. And at the end of the day, everybody gets to, protect their own energy and do what the fuck they want to do, and you can't expect them to do otherwise.
Yeah. That part. So you know what? Because we got to get back to the in studio because we yapping. They're gonna accuse us of yapping again. Yes or no across the board. This Young Thug. Okay, matter of fact, let me rephrase it. Yes or no across the board. Can Young Thug recover from this, or is he cooked? Macito, recover or cooked?
Recover.
Do you need a balance? Recovered or cooked?
I want to say cooked.
Since it the raps now.
He cooked, flambé, grilled, sauteed.
I'll give Mace grace
Oven
because this is not the era where like snitching was looked at how it was looked at in our era. That might be the only saving grace. But like in our time, Flame and the music is trash.
If he came out with some hot tunes,
the music has been super trash. No caps in as of late.
It's been trash too. So
what you think, Joe?
Here's what I say. I think he's cooked, but it has nothing to do with the allegations. I think, or the snitching, I should say. I think he's cooked because he's been shown to be extremely shady and dishonorable. Fuck the
Manipulated,
snitching
too.
shit for a
Yeah.
second. All them conversations he had about all of these artists, some of which we love, you know, talking about P, and we don't even hear about P in no drama. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? I think the only time P was mixed up in any drama, I think is when he was doing one of them reality shows, if memory serves me right. And that's not even real. You know what I mean? So I think because he looks super phony, super fake, manipulative, and just generally dishonorable, people in this time will let a snitch go. But if you prove yourself to be a fake person in this climate, I think he's cooked. The only way he can survive not being cooked is if somehow this album come out and he got some gas on it. And based on what we heard with the young Thug and Lil Baby snippet that dropped at the time of this recording here, it ain't looking too good for him or Lil Baby by proxy. So I think he's cooked. He's probably the most dishonorable nigga, and I'm pretty sure niggas outside, not the people who are immediately close to him, but the people who are just outside the inner circle, they all look at him like, what you saying about me, nigga? If you saying this about them, what you got to say about me? And I'm not even no rapper. I ain't got no brand. I'm just a street nigga. So you talking about me too? So I think he's cooked as of right now. We're going to put a poll up. Chat, let it. Matter of fact, no poll. Fuck that. Chat in the chat. Cooked or can he come back? Just let me know. I mean, we'll get back to episode 31 in the midst of this segment. Locking with the Rap Round Table. Don't go nowhere. We're going to continue episode 131 right now.
Jav, you ain't lying. You know, you called it Atlanta. The streets are calling it Ratland.
No, they're not.
They are calling this telethon.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's what they saying. They saying these are the Snitch Olympics currently going on in Georgia. Okay, that's what they saying, y'all. Listen, it's so much going on. Like you said, this footage, and this has come out like a week now, right? It's been, you know, in waves, right? Originally, there was this rumor that Young Thug told there was footage. You know what I mean? They say that all the time. Now, eventually, this footage does come out. Like you say, interrogation footage from long before. This is before even the Woody shit happened, the whole everything that the case was wrapped around. This was before then. Young Thug was in the interrogation room. They ain't 2 hours, no lawyer. You know what that mean? I know what they do in Soundview. Listen.
What the fuck was that?
Listen.
I didn't take that the way I took that a different way. I kind of knew what the nigga meant.
Listen, they're criminals said. But listen, that's what they he was in there. He was mentioning, you know, the Birdman case. That's how long ago this was, because he was referring to the Birdman and Wayne issues, you know.
Bus.
I'm glad for the ad-libs, Dean, because yes, the shooting on the bus that eventually came with Lil Wayne, which has been long rumored to have come from Birdman and Young Thug's
Joey
side.
Badass need.
Right.
Bus sound, pow, pow. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me, Joe. We get something cracking, bro.
You know? So he was in there. He was talking about how Lil Wayne was gonna do this and Birdman was gonna do that. It looked nasty, Job. Not only that, there's multitude of paperwork that have come out, you know, basically saying that Thug at one point was in the back of a van and he was telling that the police that he was going to give him, you know, his phone number to take my number. You might need to call me back. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's real nasty out here.
Yeah, it's different.
Real nasty out here. And even up until, you know, the time of this recording, Young Thug is tweeting more about the case than he's ever tweeted. He's basically copping pleas because we know Unfunk, his brother, his paperwork has come out. And he has basically copped to everything that Gunna copped to. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically making Young Thug look like a hypocrite, because not only that, Young Thug is defending him online, saying, yes, I told him to take the plea because those other guys told. It's very weird energy. Even Waka Flocka has things to say. Not Ja Rule, but Waka Flocka has things to say about this. Everybody is coming out. You got Rollo coming out, which is another, you know, Atlanta-based rapper that did time. They saying he was going to take the stand on Lucci and Thug. It seemed like the whole of Atlanta was on Alpo timing, guys. It's just, it looks real nasty out here. You know, I feel like there's even more things that are coming out, because even right before we started recording, I seen new footage. Just like you say, Woody is basically saying, you know, coming out and saying, listen, Thug, You know, you was out here turning everybody against each other, making Lil Baby go against this one, making this one go against Future. Whole time he had skeletons in his closet. And it makes it look even worse because Thug is basically up there, instead of saying fuck out of here, y'all don't know what y'all talking about, he's up there copping pleas. I did this because of this. Oh, that was different. Oh, I said this because of this. So it's, listen, Atlanta, you know, the Rap Roundtable is question how long the reign of Atlanta was gonna continue for a minute now, for a while. Do your Googles, check the tapes. But this here, a state that, you know, derives a lot of they big rappers are reliant on their street reputation, on the things they do away from just the music. And it makes a lot of them look crazy right now because everybody was throwing Gunna under the bus. The king of Ratlanta currently. Everybody was throwing Gunna under the bus.
Ratlanta is crazy.
Insane work. Insane work. You know what I'm saying? But it is.
I don't know which one's better, Ratlanta or Supac.
Listen, two classic phrases this week. But
so let's be clear. This is not Macito because I just opened up Twitter.
Nah, it's been around.
Ratlanta is not a Macito curation or creation or even a cosign. It's just that's what niggas is calling
that's
Atlanta.
What they calling it right now. They calling it Ratlanta.
The footage is out, bro.
It's affecting it on multiple levels. They want to know what 21 Savage got to say. They want to know what Future got to say. Dre 3000, get off the flute and please address this.
Macito, while you're there before we get into
What's the
it,
word?
in the midst of me, you know, looking certain things up, Academics post that YSO Woody says that Young Thug started telling before him. He accuses Young Thug of putting his name in a song while he was under investigation. Then he tells a story about him, Thug, and Pee Wee Roscoe being in the car, and a transgendered individual pulls up. Like they just spilling everything.
Spilling everything. The Pee Wee Roscoe, that's the thing. Shouts to Academics. He's getting all the cast of characters up there. Roscoe went up there and basically called all of them rats. Thug, Gutter, P from QC. He said all of them are telling. You know what I mean? So listen, I don't know what's going on right now.
He trying to kind of protect Thug a little teeny bit though, because he was like, nah, he ain't really doing too much. He ain't doing
too much.
I'm like, the nigga mentioned your name in coordination with his shooting, bro.
What is too much?
What is too much?
That's something like he probably on the payroll.
Because as far as we know about Gunna's shit was never taken to court. This is what Pee Wee's lawyer went up and said. Pee Wee's lawyer said Gunna didn't affect our case at all. In fact, nothing Gunna said was ever brought to the judge.
Here's the thing, and Macito, hell of a job setting the table.
Appreciate
It's gonna work its way back around to you. Don't go too far. Medini, it don't matter what it is. Like just a couple weeks ago, Thug was, I think after Gunna's album dropped, Thug was on Twitter throwing shots. Mm-hmm. Now this comes out, it don't matter if it's a little bit or a teeny bit or a big bit. Like you can't be on here kicking Gunna's back in and you got allegations on your head top, bro.
How does Lil Baby feel about this?
Shit, he's the most honorable nigga right now.
Nah, he basically shunned Gunna, you know what I'm saying, on behalf of Thug. You know, and now we hear this thing with Thug. Like, where's Lil Baby gonna, like, you know what I'm saying?
You better call Gunna right now.
Shit, like
immediately.
Oh my
call
God.
Gunna. Call. What's some name from Memphis? Who did all of a sudden with him?
Moneybag Yo.
Moneybag Yo.
Yeah,
make a super team record right now. Gunna on the hook, Yo on the bars, him on the bars.
Him and Gunna was together too. It was a moment.
Yeah.
You know, so get that swag back, man.
It was a blip, but go ahead. It ain't last long.
Couple albums.
As you were.
Yeah. I think it's nasty work for the town, bro. Like it's like every time I turn, like I flip the station on this shit, I see more shit coming out. Like it's mad niggas, bro. It's the nigga that had the you know, like the pimple joints on his face. I know you know what I'm talking about, mate. The little pimple protecting
YSL?
joints. Yeah, he one of them. There was a nigga with braids. There's the Woody dude. There's the Pee Wee, the Pee Wee dude. It's so many people speaking.
Every level. His brother.
And like I'm not. Am I mistaken when I heard him say?
How can you kick Gunna's back in this bad for a good 2 years?
Think niggas don't know.
This is what it is.
If you think niggas don't know,
unsolicited, it ain't like Gunna be out here dissing Thug. He at one point Gunna was still claiming YSL.
But we're not looking at it from the Gunna perspective. I mean, the Thug perspective. Like, what's Thug got right now? Like when you look at the whole, the case,
the hard ERs.
You remember? Yo,
What the hell?
Thugger.
He did say Gunner.
He said Gunner.
Thugger Gunner.
The
right, so you look at him.
Roundtable.
He can't make no moves. He can't go to no strip clubs. Can't go to no strip clubs. Can't affiliate with no niggas. Can't make music with niggas. Can't go to certain parts of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like all he really has is to say "fuck you, Gunner." Like what else could he do?
But unsolicited fuck yous. Gunner's minding his business.
But Gunner's successful right now.
But
Gunner's,
he's minding. You can't have this smut on your name, but
He's
you
running
calling this
track
nigga
now,
a
nigga.
rat.
But that's the whole thing. Like I think Thug knew the whole time. I'm gonna go this angle because niggas don't know my situation.
But the angle ain't even working. It ain't stopping Gunner.
You never had a nigga who's a liar call you a liar?
I understand that, dude. I understand what you're
You know
saying.
what I'm saying?
Yes. What I'm saying is, if it ain't worked the first, second, third, or eighth time, why you still calling him a rat?
You seen Thug's pictures before everything got situated?
I understand that.
I'm just saying.
But if
you
it's
see the nigga.
but the
I'm not
people
saying
just want the
everything's there.
music, Dean.
I think that part is done, bro.
Right.
That part is done. Like I would think,
nigga.
I would think Atlanta has a base kind of like New York with the ratting thing, but like there's a true excommunicado from that. You know, like even though Gunna's doing this thing, I mean, outside of like fucking Offset, like who's he really making music with from the town?
You don't need him.
He don't. But what I'm saying is he's not sanctioned anymore like that.
I got a Gunner take, but I'm gonna save it. Deanie, Sam, what's your thoughts?
Oh
this
man,
situation?
I almost lost my thoughts because I caught a whiff of somebody's drink, man.
Oh shit.
Oh man,
Damn it, man.
Stop. Yo, you an asshole.
Being fresh.
You a real asshole, man.
With friends like me.
Jar with the waffle.
Just to let y'all in, this cup that I've been sipping on, straight water. I am sober for
You got that
a couple weeks.
Get him.
So I'm not drinking tonight. Oh man, and it's difficult around these three.
Sorry.
So,
True indeed.
my thoughts. I mean, we all know I'm not really tapped into like this scene, but I guess my main feeling right now, honestly, is it's about goddamn time.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
fuck the snitching.
You want to see the whole city burn, man.
Oh, man.
Listen, y'all
Man.
done had it for a while. Y'all done talked so much shit. You motherfuckers were insufferable down there. You know what I mean? Fuck New York. Fuck everybody else. It's all Atlanta. Atlanta running hip hop. Atlanta runs rap.
Had a run.
Hey, y'all had y'all run,
Hella
but that
run.
shit is burning down now. I don't feel one way or another about it. My biggest question is, where's Drake gonna run to now?
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? He already had a big leg chopped off.
Damn it.
You know what I mean? He's
The
still
UK with the
he's
best
still dragging
lyricists.
with the other leg.
There's a pause there somewhere.
What you mean?
Hey.
Can't
Big
say
leg chopped
bro.
off is crazy.
Dragon leg is
Can't
crazy.
say leg. Yo, if I say leg and you thinking
Insane
about
word.
something
Nah, I
else,
just said
that was not on me. That's on you. If I say leg,
chopped off.
chopped off the leg.
Energy chopped off. Just
Come
was
on,
crazy.
bro. Y'all wildin'. Y'all really wildin' right
Hey, remember that
Oh,
shit
man.
with Val Venus and Kanye time back in WWF, nigga? What you mean, bro?
Hey.
Oh, my God, shit.
Hit it with the kitty, man.
But yeah, man. You know, Drake's power's been neutralized. You know what I mean? He's definitely trying to, regain some footing. I know he would love for Atlanta to still be, in that spot they was at, so he could go and siphon some more energy from Atlanta.
Or maybe
That's
not,
just not
right?
gonna happen.
Maybe
no
not.
more.
Maybe he's enjoying them burn because they didn't run to his defense,
Hey.
right? We never know.
Or that.
Outside
Right.
of 21.
Could be a hater, you know?
You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Look, we're all getting back to regional sounds now. You know what I mean? Even Metro went back to the regional, the old
he
school
did.
Atlanta sound. We got Joey Badass here in New York. We got Kendrick over in LA. I love to see it, man. Like, I feel like the landscape is resetting itself even more so.
The great reset that we talked about.
Mm.
Going all the way back
From
to
the
shit.
top of the
2018, before this was even a podcast, we talked about one day there would be a reset. And I think we are here now. Thank
are
you,
here.
Kendrick. You know what I mean?
Thank
Shit,
you
me.
indeed.
I can't even
Um,
do that.
it's tough because as sidewalkers, we're sidewalk niggas. We don't get involved in the street shit. If you want the messiness, go to academics or one of them other channels. We don't really do that here. But we do like to value honor. We do like to ostracize dishonorable behavior. And there's been a lot of gray area with this whole Gunna thing. Like, I guess I've never viewed Gunna as dishonorable because to me, he answered the question. And I guess depending on how, quote, street you are, you can answer that question, quote, the right way. Is YSL a gang? He said yes. Now, should he have said no?
You don't know say.
Probably. Should he have said I don't know? Probably. But as an artist signed to the label, knowing what's going on, being in some real life legal shit that he probably didn't anticipate being involved with, he said yes. He like, for lack of a better word, I'm sorry, Gunna, don't kill me. He cooperated. He didn't want to go to jail. He didn't want to get caught up in that. Gunna not even a tough guy for real in his music. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you, like, if you think I'm pussy, come see me. But he not here. I got that Drake on. I'm booming niggas. So that's not his body.
That's not his vibe, right?
That's not. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends. To me, like, I'll say, like, Gunna in his music, especially, he's more of a sidewalk nigga than a street nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, apparently he has like Crip affiliations, but I don't know that. You know what I mean? But let's say, as far as being involved or around street niggas, did he answer the question wrong? I'll say yes. Okay. Does that make him a rat? I think the reason there's been some confusion about this is because I don't think certain people view that as telling. You answer the question. You didn't say Gunna did this, or Thug did this, or this guy did that. You just answer, are they a gang? Yes. And who's to say he didn't answer that question under the idea that it was common knowledge that they were a gang? That's a different argument for a different day, right? But if you are a young thug, and even when you were inside, there were tweets coming out about you calling Gunna a rat. There was confusion about your relationship with Gunna. Gunna trying to hold it down for YSL. Saying I'm still YSL. I think Thug's dad came out and said that he didn't tell.
Yeah.
All of it was a lot of confusion. Right. So for you to now be the, quote, you know, stereotypical even anti-snitch guy being Thug, and every chance you get calling Gunna a rat, certain people within the culture not fucking with Gunna because of their relationship with Thug by way of Gunna supposedly being a rat. For this to come out, this is absolutely terrible.
Crazy.
Horrible.
In fact, I'll put it on wax. I thought Mesito would have said it, but I'm glad he didn't because it gives me the chance to say it. This is the worst possible outcome for the Young Thug.
Yeah.
The absolute worst possible outcome for Young Thug. Because you cannot stand on principle if you got this attached to you. In fact, if you know that you've been in situations, the way the internet works in 2025, 2024, 2023, so on and so forth. If you know that you've been in interrogation rooms or you've been in the back of cop cars and you've said some things that could be misconstrued or viewed as ratting, you need to leave Gunna alone. Because at the end of the day, when you too loud on the internet as a rapper, it always comes out. It ain't no. That's why when they get on Jay-Z and say he do this and this, I'm like, why it ain't come out yet? Hey, but even Diddy shit hit the fan. Whole shit ain't hit the fan.
Right.
Everybody shit. When you got superior smut on your name, it hits the fan.
Gonna come out.
Because niggas hate rich motherfuckers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if especially if you're not honorable within your richness, they gonna find a way to get that to TMZ or somebody. Okay?
Always come to light.
Knock you down the peg.
They'll hit you with the this you.
Facts.
Real quick.
Facts.
Super quick.
Facts. So if you Young Thug and you know you said some shit, why would you kick this kid's back in for so long? Right? To Atlanta of it all, with the exception of Future, who somehow looks like Morgan Freeman.
Yo, thank you. Thank you. What?
God damn it.
I need to know what's going on in Atlanta. Because from my New York perspective, from the outsider's perspective, as much as they want to say they control culture, they control this, they control that, Offset album came out, a dud. Don't know what Quavo's doing. What is Doug doing?
It's 21 doing.
What is 21? 21 got viral videos of him wanting to stay in the hotel room while the bitches is telling him to go outside. You ain't see that video, didn't you? You think I'm making it up?
Nah, I
All right. The nigga's playing FIFA. Dini, he wanted to stay in the hotel room to play FIFA.
From the
Bro,
slut
play FIFA or watch a game?
Now he's playing a video game.
from the slut walk to get out of the telly.
I thought he
It's
wanted
crazy.
to watch a game.
Nigga was holding the I'm a Slut 2 sign. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I love 21. Let's be
Oh
clear. This
my
is not slander.
God.
I want to make that 100% clear that this is not slander. This is just me scrolling on the internet.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Reporting what happened.
I'm looking around Atlanta. The nigga y'all said is the GOAT is playing a piano now with a flute. You know what I mean?
Little baby's cooked.
Little baby can't get right.
Little Yachty's y'alls, so y'all gotta hold that L just
Little
cause.
Yachty's a joke. And borderline. What is the word when you were bigot, but you were bigot against your own people? Like you cooning out here.
Yeah.
Because for you to do that shit with George Floyd, terrible.
Whack shit.
T.I.'s paid, so he living life. Jeezy
like-
just
Nah, the
got
vets
off
are safe. The vets are safe. We not, you know what I mean?
Even Gucci good. They ain't a
Yeah,
rapper.
they all good.
Whole
They
separate
all
story.
good. We're not even looking at them because they did what they were supposed to do. The reason there is an Atlanta
But
to
outside
talk
of
about
that,
is
it's
those
looking-
guys.
Looking a little rough outside of that.
So current Atlanta, it's looking shaky.
A little rough.
It's looking real shaky. And the one guy from Atlanta on the mainstream side, let's be clear, I don't know what's happening on the Atlanta Underground because I'm not there.
Mhm.
The one guy on the mainstream side that's carrying the torch, right? Y'all kicking his back. Y'all calling him a rat.
Gunna.
But the guy calling him a rat might have done something even more salacious than the person who supposedly ratted. But here's the funny part. Remember I said I would get back to Gunna, right?
Fire.
Gunna, in the midst of this whole shit, where the fuck is Gunna, y'all? Can y'all tell me where Gunna is right now?
In the city.
What city is?
I think it's NYC.
Who embraced Gunna when he came home?
Barclays.
No. Who
New
was-
York,
New
nigga.
York.
His first concert was where?
Here,
Barclays.
the big concert. This was the
Barclays.
big concert too.
Barclays.
Sold out.
A
Video
sold out
all over.
Barclays Center.
You can catch videos of that shit all over YouTube. It
Fuck
was
you mean?
huge.
So Atlanta in shambles. Gunna in New York. He started a run club in New York City.
Trying to get fit.
Where the run club in Atlanta? Huh?
Niggas don't run in Atlanta?
Y'all thought y'all celebrated Young Thug coming home only for all the songs to fall flat. Matter of fact, just to be clear, you know, Macito, I'm asking you.
What's up?
The last time Young Thug was hot, who was on those songs with him?
Last time Young Thug was hot, I forgot who was on the songs with him.
Ski. It might have been a gentleman named Sergio.
The last time Lil Baby was hot, who was on the song with him?
I think it was Gunna.
Oh shit.
Mr.
Where Gunna
Kitchens.
located again?
Atlanta.
Oh,
Sir Kitchens.
No hardy on
They said-
that one.
They said, hold on. Matter of fact, let me get my bomb. Let me get my bomb ready. Sorry, Flex.
Oh,
it's
man.
yours, but it's mine tonight. They told us, right, that New York City is to blame for Drake's success. Where did Drake spend most of his time building his success? What city?
In the A.
With who?
Ooh, a lot of people.
Was it Thug in the
Future.
forefront?
Thugger. 21. He had a lot of friends out there. No Baby. He's got a lot of friends out
Listen,
in ATL.
I
listen.
blame New York for a lot of things, but a lot of fuck shit happening in Atlanta that's not happening in New York City.
Yep.
With that Canadian nigga, and it don't got nothing to do with New York.
I don't even know where that
it's
narrative
It's Houston,
started
Atlanta,
from.
Vegas, not Houston, York.
And I'm
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
and I'm sorry. Sin, I know you like to kick Drake's back in, so you were saying, you know, but if you asking me, it's not the fact that as soon as Drake fell off, now Atlanta don't got no superstar to go get their first single off on to. Migos' first single with Drake, Lil Baby's first single with Drake.
Was it walking like you talking with Drake?
With Drake,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like Atlanta, they don't even they can't grift anymore either.
Versace.
What's Lil Bow Wow doing? Is he from Ohio or Atlanta? I don't even know.
Let's ask Kid Cudi.
Y'all.
What's Killer Mike do?
Great
Where's
question.
the white
That
boy?
one has to
Where's
be
the
on.
white
Question.
boy from
Killer
the Run
Mike.
the Juice from? Is he from Atlanta?
I don't think so.
Who, LP?
Yeah.
No,
I think so.
Where's he from?
It's California, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
shit.
no, they from New York.
LP's from New
You
York.
from New York?
Company Flow?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
we looking bad, son. He's a snob.
terrible.
He's a snob.
He was
I
he was
just
half
wanna say-
of Company Flow.
We not celebrating the downfall of Atlanta. We not wishing for the downfall. Let's be clear. But y'all talk hot shit about New York, right? Shout out JID. But JID, to me, his impact on the mainstream is not strong enough to carry the city. You need one more project of this caliber that he just released. Okay? Atlanta talked hot, fire, Dylon shit about New York. And this is what's coming out of y'all city? And now, and then after it hits the fan, the niggas that was YSL list, YSL Woody. He ain't YSL Woody no more. But he was YSL. All these niggas had YSL in front of their name. And they just all kinds of slander on Young Thug. Where the New York nigga with that type of shit happening to?
Nasty work, bro.
Shit.
Can't find him. Damn.
Fucking kidding me, bro.
Not
This
Thugger.
is how Atlanta going out.
This how they going out. This how they going out.
Nigga Offset tried to co-op. He tried, matter of fact, I'm sorry, Offset. He tried to grift off of Kendrick. Nigga said Mr. Morale
with the-
inspired his album.
Yeah.
He did? That's what he said? Y'all let that shit live.
Therapy. It's therapy, bro.
Y'all let it go.
Oh shit.
Shout out.
Yo.
Shout out
With
to
the
that
therapy
boy
video
Offset,
and all
man.
that?
Yo.
That song Bodies of JID is fire, though. I give him that.
What's
Listen.
Bodies.
Where's that? It's charted?
It's on the album.
Is it on the chart?
I don't know if it's on the chart. It's a good sounding song.
Is it in rotation?
Probably not.
Oh.
It's my rotation now, though. It's a good song.
Kendrick's so lit that the Atlanta niggas, they say Atlanta don't listen to Kendrick.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, Cardi on the stand, she might be pregnant again.
Looking super prego.
Listen,
Hold
let
on,
me-
hold on.
let me talk and let
Did
me
you
talk
just
my
say
shit.
Cardi?
We being
What
chatty, right? Chatty boys to the building.
Chatty.
Did you, Joff? Did you say Cardi?
Yes.
Where did the hottest nigga in Atlanta or the highest selling in Atlanta nigga who had 3 verses, bro? Oh shit! I just
And let me just talk my shit
because
because y'all told me Mr.
Young
Morale
Cardi.
Saying I
was a
just
whack
put together
album.
the whole connection.
was a whack album, wasn't making no waves, wasn't making no impact. Look what happened.
I mean, you sure you want to attach Offset to success?
I
of the
know.
album? I don't know if you
I'm
wanna
just
do
saying. I'm just saying the influence is there.
that. Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Influence a whack album.
man.
Shit.
Shitting me. Yo, listen.
Oh, man.
Even a Kendrick grip couldn't save niggas, bro. That's work.
In 2025.
God damn.
bro.
No Drake stimmy? Offset did all that caping in the comment sections for Drake?
Crazy.
Couldn't even get a feature on this album?
No
Nothing.
Drake Stimmy,
Not
no
even a
Kenny
hook.
Grift. These guys.
No
are
Chinese
tough.
food, no nothing, nigga.
Ken Griffin.
You know what I'm saying?
Hurry up and buy.
Shout
No
out
ribs,
Memphis
No
for
ribs,
holding
no
it down.
rice, no
you know what I mean?
champagne, no nothing, nigga.
Shout out Facts. Shout out Dallas. Shout out Houston. Shout out Mississippi. Shout out all them cities in the South holding it down with no smut
no
on
Griff,
they city, no
Ken,
Griff,
no Ken Griffey,
No Grifty Jr.
No.
Ken Grifty Jr.
no Peter Griffin,
Come on, bro.
nothing.
Yo, listen.
And
listen,
still
I'm
gotta go watch the Hawks play. That's fucked up.
crazy.
Griff
bro.
Loman.
That's fucked up.
We gonna skip over. Matter of fact, let's talk about it.
No Kenneth.
Sincere the
Griff.
Rap Snob, you threw a video with Freddie Gibbs in the group chat. There was some hope that the Benny and Gibbs situation would be rectified. I say Conway Freudian slip because in the midst of all the drama, there was some issues with Conway that involved Freddie Gibbs. So, was it Cap, son?
It looks like it was Cap, man. Yeah, Freddie was on a platform. I forgot exactly where the interview was going on, but they asked him about it, about the narrative that he met up with Benny and Westside Gun was there at the airport, and they talked some stuff out. They might end up collabing at some point. These are how stories snowball. But he came out and said, yeah, like that story just snowballed out of nowhere, and it's basically mostly lies. there wasn't really much of a conversation had at all. He said he never even met West Side Gun. So I don't know he doesn't know where that even started. So, it looks like it's just one of those internet rumors that got out of control. We're not getting no Freddie Benny collabos anytime soon. It doesn't look like.
But we did see the video of Benny and Gibbs at the airport talking. So something happened.
Some happened, but apparently not as much as people were saying. So, you know what I mean?
Are we disappointed, Dini, that this might just be all smoke and mirrors once again?
I think we are disappointed, but low key, like that whole group of niggas is low key instigated agitators when they want to be. You know what I'm saying? Heels have eyes, duh. You get what I'm saying? These niggas turn heel whenever they want to. For all we know, maybe something could be in the works and they just want to use some controversy to kind of build it. So if one person says, yo, now we working together building some music, another nigga says, nah, I ain't really fuck with that nigga. Now there's more in-depth searches that come from that. People look more into the situation. People eager more for the music. It could just be a building thing, or it could be them niggas really don't fuck with each other like that officially, which would be sad because them niggas make some great music together. So, but I think the way I can't trust Gibbs. I can't trust none of these niggas. Gibbs the type of nigga that'll tell you like, nah, I'm not fuck with him, and you see the nigga tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? Not on some pussy shit, but on some like I just do what I want. I don't have to like respond to how nobody feels about what I said. I could do what I want, even though I said I'm gonna do this the next day type shit. All them niggas give me, I don't give a fuck vibes. I'll do what I want on my type of time. If the money's right, if the situation's right, shit'll be right. You feel me?
Besito.
Disappointment? Nah, because I never really felt it was real. The footage you talked about, that was like the most struggling to see what was going on footage of all time. Nigga was in portrait mode the whole fucking time. I barely understood the footage. I just believed that it happened because y'all said it happened. I didn't even see them standing together in the footage. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Nah, Benny was talking across from Gibbs.
I couldn't even see. I'm not saying it didn't. I'm just saying when I was watching it after homie went sideways with the camera, I'm like, fuck this, man. But as far as I'm not disappointed because like that, I didn't actually see the footage. Secondly, it wasn't airport, and other than Harlem's own Jomo, people don't fight in airports.
Right.
So I didn't think they was gonna scrap.
That was crazy.
So I didn't believe that. And Freddie Gibbs is one of those characters that you can walk away from a conversation with him and he says some completely other shit than what you just said. The game vibes, like
exactly.
That under that lineage of rapper who just will, as soon as they walk away, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I never believed that the issues were over.
Word.
Of course, we would love to get Benny and Freddie music, but that's been long. Benny, from what I read, seems like the type that ain't gonna just get over that grudge. He seemed real hurt by the fact that he made fun of something that could have gotten him killed. Like, he seems deeply affected by that, at least on a fuck that nigga type of level. And Freddie's a troll who's gonna say shit just to get a rise out of you, pause. Who's gonna say shit just to get comments on IG. So it just, they personalities don't mesh. And I think I've come to that determination when it comes to these two guys. So I'm not disappointed because I never really thought much was going to happen from them.
But here's my thing: that didn't Westside say he was the one that started
that started it, right?
Yeah, that said that they actually spoke and hashed some stuff out, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Neither of them ever
Or was
said
that
anything.
about Conway though? And I'm thinking about it
at the airport. Remember, West was at the airport saying it's gonna be war or nothing.
So I mean, I don't know. This has me going back to my original thinking, which is Freddie probably feels like he's fine. Like, he don't need Benny. What does he need Benny for? You know what I mean? He's still on a crazy run, despite what this guy might say. Like, he's on a run of
I didn't say his run. I didn't say his run was us.
Crazy albums.
It's not guys.
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Still collabing with
Shout out to the
Alchemist.
people who are not dumb.
The one with Madlib is still supposed to come out.
I get the joke.
His position within that space is solidified. It hasn't gone anywhere. It keeps getting better. Honestly,
he really gets no wins in the situation.
You know what I mean? Benny's the one that's kind of
Benny could use the
with
boost.
that.
It is
So-
what I'll say. You know, Sid love cutting the line right before I'm about to talk. You do that all the time. You know what I mean, let me get a couple more takes in before Joff say it. I understand,
Quick
Sin. It's
cook.
cool. You know what I mean? Here's what I'll say. This is my whole perspective on this. This is going back to my before I decided to chase dreams and shit. I had a previous employer, right? I worked in a high school, and sometimes you can always tell who won the fight, who lost the fight based on what was being said in the room. Okay, and I've come around on Gibbs. Shout out Adri. I've come around on Gibbs.
Little Adri.
You know what I mean? But I can't help but feel that Gibbs is talking from a perspective of a guy who got jumped in a barbecue spot in Buffalo. I'm not condoning the violence. I'm not trying to clown Gibbs, but publicly, kind of in lockstep with what Mesita was saying, where he would be like, I'll have the conversation with the guy, but to say F that guy right after. That's the vibe I got. Like, y'all hot me in that barbecue spot. You dig? Y'all put hands and feet on me. What the fuck we supposed to talk about at this airport right now after niggas jump me? Even if and let's be clear, Benny has the moral high ground. Gibbs didn't make fun of Benny getting robbed or attempted. I don't know if it was a successful robbery or not, but he did get shot in his leg in Houston. Okay? And even all the way down to this most recent project, he's taking all kinds of heavy-handed shots at Benny the Butcher on this album. I talk about the anniversary song where he's clowning Benny getting the Drake verse, but Drake not promoting it. Just basically said that Benny was a Drake lick. That's what he basically said on the song.
Nigga said something about these niggas never met no plugs, all imaginary Pablos.
Come on.
Like, he was shooting. He was
did.
shooting.
He takes, and it's not even like light little strays, little pop outs. Like, it's heavy-handed.
Plugs
Okay?
I met. You ain't met no
Shots.
plugs.
So it's like when you see the footage, right? And it's a matter of perspective, not my perspective, but again, the way people digest things. Shit, I can say, fucking the sky is blue on the internet right now. Oh, so you don't like when it rains? Like, that's just how the internet is.
It gets
It's
cloudy,
a matter
nigga.
of perspective. So for every nigga that might look at this footage and say, "Oh, Benny talking to Gibbs," there's Fly God. I think that was Fly God's son, maybe. I think what I
Junior.
saw, right? There's a bunch of niggas who might look at that and say Benny's pressing Gibbs in the airport.
Right.
There's a bunch of niggas that might say, what the fuck can they do in the airport? How you pressing Gibbs in the airport? Right? There's so many varying perspectives. But the defiant energy that Gibbs had when he said, yo, like, rap is WWF, and I wasn't even saying nothing, this and that. You're giving me the energy based on my former professional experience that you were the nigga who got jumped.
Hopped.
You happened to bump into a nigga you didn't want to see at the airport.
Got
And
recorded.
ain't nothing can really, it can't get shaken in here because it's the airport. So I'm gonna let this nigga say whatever he want to say, but fuck him. That's what I got from it.
Yeah.
He's the guy who got jumped. He's the guy who's, I would say, because Benny don't be subbing Gibbs in his rhymes like that. Gibbs is very upset about what took place. There's a very, not only did he take the L, there's footage of him taking the L. Your girl got the plunge on her head. She took a
Damn,
picture.
her head palm
She
by
was
Benny
part
was
of
crazy.
the shit when niggas got hopped. She's flicking it up at Benny.
Right.
Wearing chains
So there's
and
no
shit,
way in
like-
hell that Gibbs in good faith can ever talk nicely about Benny with a
Ugh.
microphone in front of him.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at that. Maybe there was a cordial conversation. I'm willing to believe that there was a cordial conversation. But if you ask Gibbs about it, he's never gonna say, yeah, we talked and it's good now, because it's fucking me. The niggas hot me. And he took my chain. Remember that? Okay, now I remember this shit right now. They took his chain too.
Yep.
It's no more friends. We're
Yeah,
not friends
the little
anymore.
G chain. Yeah.
I hate that.
Snatched out for Shorty's neck.
I think
Disrespect.
it was off of Shorty neck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Gibbs. I'm not trying to shit on you, but I can tell because I know what it sounds like. You got jumped. You was talking crazy. Niggas caught you. They jumped you. Fly Guy tried to make peace because the Gibbs of it all was fucking up the Griselda collective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The story got out that it was issues at a show, all because of Gibbs.
Right.
So Fly God trying to put that shit to bed, at least visually, because again, perspective. If it looks like Fly God is at the airport with Benny and Gibbs is there, we're putting it to bed. Gibbs is like, nah, fuck that. But we know what happened. Benny got her shit off. He told you was wrong. He was like, all right, nigga, whatever you said. And I bet you, matter of fact, I'll put it on wax right now. Episode 131 of the Rap Roundtable, right here, right now. You would never hear another Gibbs sub towards Benny. Not to say that he got pressed or he's
I don't
pussy.
think so.
But I think there's an understanding that was understood in that moment. But if you ask Gibbs about it, he gonna get his shit off every time. That's where I'm at. You know what I mean? I hate that. I just wish they would make music. That's all. Just make some music.
Because
That'd be fire.
But to
Once
Sin's
a nigga
point,
palm your BM head like he did though, it's kind of quiet.
But to Sin's point, even if Benny has the moral high ground, musically, Gibbs is in a way better place than Benny.
No question.
You hate to see it. Free Stovegod.
Yeah.
Real quick. He was on the Joe and Jada podcast talking about his label situation, the fact that we haven't gotten an album since Reasonable Drought. You can find him all over the Fly God albums, but you can't get a solo from him. So, for the sake of clarity, those that know, I'll leave it. This is an open forum question because I'm not 100% certain, but I feel like he signed a Rock Marciano.
Baby Grand, I think. Yeah.
Is that Rock Marciano's label?
Nah, I think it's
so what's the relationship with Rock Marcy and
Baby Grand was Rock Marcy's original label, right?
Because I feel like Rock.
He might have been.
Because I feel like Rock was.
He was signed to him, though.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
For the Reasonable Drought album.
Because basically he was saying there's a hostile party involved and why he can't put albums out. But I can't imagine that Rock Marcy as an artist himself would be hamstringing.
Right.
Stovegod from releasing.
I think it's more like
percentages though,
and it's more like he got into this contract through Rock, so it's like you introduced me to the nigga that fucked me over type of vibes. You know what I mean? If I'm correct, you know what I mean? Because I know it's the guy he used to be associated with Busta. It's like it's confusing me right now, but that is basically the situation where he got into this contract. He did the one album deal to get out Reasonable Drought, just like you said, and he got into this situation with this guy, and this guy just will not let him out of his deal. Interview, they saying Hov done called, they saying M done called, you know, and he just can't get out of that.
So,
are there any details in terms of like what the deal is? Like,
I've looked. I've looked. Trust me.
How many projects he has to put out under it?
I hope it's not 10 like it used to be.
So, Sin, chat everybody. At this point in the game, should Stone just drop and just deal with whatever the outcome is? So he eating off the features.
I mean,
to drop no album.
If the contract states where basically everything you drop, I eat 98% of everything you drop, I'd probably be reluctant to drop shit too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not even gonna really see the money from this shit, like, I read some shit. I don't know how accurate it is. Like, the only thing he's really see the money off his merch, and I'm like, there are deals like that. The 360 deals, niggas want, like, if you got 5 toes, I want 2 toes and a half, bro. They want half of everything. So it could be one of those deals where he's like, damn, if I sign that deal with Hov, let's say I sign a $10 million deal with Hov, this thing gonna get $7 million in my $10 million. That shit just sound crazy, bro.
But my thing is, at this point, we years removed from Reasonable Drought. If you have albums, much like how Gunna had a certain responsibility to YSL, at this point, shouldn't he just put the albums out instead of putting it out on a platform, direct to consumer and shit like that, so that he can circumvent it? Like, what? Drop as much as you could drop, so you can get out the label.
Go the Future route, because that's what Future had to go through with this nigga. What's the nigga name? The nigga he was signed to?
Rocco.
There we go. So Future, like, I think DS2 was a part of that. Like, he had to drop heat, but Rocco got chunks of those. You know what I'm saying? And I think you might have to do that in order to get out that deal. Because don't hold on to the deal till you like 10, 15 years now, and the world ain't looking for you like they did. Like, he is a hot commodity right now, bro. Like, between the drug talk, the comedy, the wit,
the clips on. Look, Fat Joe didn't even know who he was till
you ain't seen
bro.
What I saw. Like, his voice is a weapon, bro. Like, I get it though. Like, if you know, like, I'm gonna make, like I said, $10 million on the deal, that within the deal I have, this person gets $9 million out of my 10, bro, you probably be reluctant to do anything too. Like, you trying to find a situation.
But if he's selling power, bro, you told M and Hov no.
Hov can't buy that out. That's why I'm like, what the hell?
Who saying yes to?
Right. Who are you saying? How much money is he Is he asking for $10 million? Like, how much money is he asking?
Maybe do.
It's kind of ridiculous, man.
And Stove is worth.
Listen, I know business is business, but man to man, like, just, you know what I mean? I'm sure you can get a check. Just let the man create his art. I hate this type of shit. to be honest with you. And the fact that in 2025 niggas are still getting fucked over like the shit KRS was trying to tell us about back in the day is just it's nasty.
Is that a hip hop reference? Wow. So we were in hip hop.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word. It's you know, it's just nasty because we got Stove, we got one of the more quality artists to drop in so long, and especially as the East Coaster. We talked about how Joey Bad is, you know, provides a perspective, a complete New York perspective. Stovegod does the same thing in a completely different way. So it's like it's very unfortunate that we have an artist of this caliber that everybody who listens to Stove, he's one of them artists who everybody who listens to him like, oh yeah, he got something.
He's one of them ones.
He definitely got something.
Nigga, Joe was fanning out on the pod.
Bro,
Yeah.
you know, you heard,
Asking
see
him to
Jada, you know
rhyme and
Jada got a
Spit
verse
the
for him.
hook,
Yeah.
spit the verse.
We need to hear the
We never
hook
had
live,
nobody rap
like,
on the show.
Hear
We
the
want
hook
you to be
live.
the first
That's
one.
crazy.
Yeah.
The kid is talented, man, and it really sucks. But I feel like we're being robbed low key. Cause who knows how many projects he could have had, like all the shit he did with West Side, like how many of those would have been like actual like 4, 5, 6, 7 lengths out like song projects or some shit. Like we're missing like little tapes. Like a little Stove tape would be like what the world needs right now. Not the album he put out just a little while ago. I'm talking about him free, able to move around and do the things he wants to do as an artist, bro. Where he could get the Hove cosign, could get the M cosign, could get the clips and just reach out and do what he wants to do. We're being robbed, bro. Like no
Literally.
funny shit.
And to answer your question, Jav, yes, I do think he should just say fuck it and drop and put the social pressure on Old Boy. You see, just we don't know his name, we don't know the record deal, we don't know his face. He need to drop and put, you know, the social and culture pressure on this dude. You see how Meg did the Carl Crawford dude? You see how Locks used to do Puff?
Yeah.
Put some sort of pressure other than where is Stovegod. That's the pressure right now. Everybody's saying, where is this guy?
Negotiating with him. Like, all right, yes, we know he's put pen to paper, but it's like at a certain point, even the mobsters come to the table and figure some shit out. Like, it's a lot of bad
faith.
faith.
Cost?
But Sin been very quiet during this segment. Like, what are your thoughts on the Stove situation, man?
Nah, it's just that, you know, at this point, like, there's been so many stories over the years similar to this. Just bad deals.
Industry rule, man.
Yeah, for 4,080. I just, you know, I chalk it up to, you know, just bad business dealings, not knowing the industry well enough. You know, I don't want to put it on Stove, but I feel like at this point, and not just him, but everybody needs to be more aware of what they're signing, all the fine print. Don't just trust your man's like, yo, you know, sign with my man over here, he'll take care of you. Don't just trust that off the strength of your man, because, you know, you don't know what, you don't know if they've checked the fine print or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm tired of, I'm really tired of hearing these stories, because yeah, it's predatory, obviously, but then also after having, you know, we're 50 years into this thing of hip hop, you know what I mean? And after hearing KRS-One and A Tribe Called Quest and The Locks and countless other artists tell you over the years, over and over and over again, telling their stories about the shitty deals that they were locked into that they couldn't get out of. I wish, you know, I wish artists were a little bit more aware, you know. And I feel bad for Stovegod. You know, definitely free him. We want the music, we want the art. You know, and maybe now that he has a little bit more of a light shining on him, maybe this is the start where, like, now that the industry is more aware of him, maybe there will be a little bit more industry pressure put on, you know, this nameless, faceless guy, whoever the fuck he is. You know, maybe more people will come into the fold and say, look, you really gotta do something for this guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's just stuck in his deal and he's not putting anything out. Let's work something out. Not just one person, but like a collective. Like you said, like cultural pressure or industry pressure to get him out. Hopefully, you know, with his stock rising, something like that could happen. But the opposite could also be the case. Oh, now that his stock is rising, I'm definitely not going to let him out.
Paper.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
So it's just it's bad. It's bad all around. I just wish I just wish I didn't have to hear these stories 50 years into
Here's what I'll say.
Hip hop. You know what I mean?
And don't misconstrue, I'm not a proponent of violence. But these are the times where the Suge Knights of the world were useful. Where are the bullies in hip hop? When a nigga just acting like, you because honestly, whoever's Stove assigned to is being a fuck nigga. And you need a bully to come through and just be like, get this nigga out this fucking dick. Cause you know at the end of the day, Hov wanna be on his mobster shit. You feel me? Like he not gonna ever get his hands too murky. You know what I mean? You either gonna do with Jay-Z, I've learned, you're either gonna do business with him or you're not. And if you choose not to, there's not much more business you can do within this space. You're gonna make it real difficult for you. Talk about it. Eminem, there's no stories of Eminem industry-wise. Either you is or you ain't. We need a bully. Shit, rest in peace, Irv Gotti. Even an Irv Gotti type or a Dame Dash type that's gonna be like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Give me this artist. They might not get physical, but they get loud enough, and they or they know the right people,
right?
That will get loud enough or aggressive enough to where you gonna sign over the rights to these artists. Now I know the internet makes shit like that very difficult, and then you end up in Young Thug situations. You know what I'm saying? But it's like at the end of the day, I think it's gonna require a certain amount of aggression, whomever he signed to get him out this deal. Yeah. A situation where you at a steakhouse somewhere, you minding your business, and some nigga run down and be like, yo, fuck, nigga, yo. You know what I mean?
Sign over the contract.
Sign over that shit right now.
Man.
Sign it over.
But if Hov and Shady
because
can't
making
do
no
it,
money,
what does he want, bro?
But the thing is, making no money, you got this artist, and the artist has decided, because it's like some NFL shit. The artist is holding out. The artist is like, I'm not giving you no more paper. To me, at this point, you hustling backwards if you holding on to him. Because if he's decided he can circumvent you and just go direct to consumer, he can get his money with West Side, he can get the feature bag with whoever. Because now that he's on his Clips album, no disrespect to West Side and Griselda, but being on the Clips album, this is the biggest look of his career. Major. Because he didn't get the kind of conversations surrounding Stove wasn't there. We've been having a Stove conversation, but you can see how brand new niggas who league veterans are to Stove. Now, if you sign away or you agree to whatever, you get a bag. You're not giving them away for free.
Hov got the Clips out of Def Jam, but can't get stole from a nigga named Baby Grand.
Whomever he is, you're gonna get paid for it. Now I understand you want the lifetime bag. You want to be like he this hot.
Bread.
Newsflash, Captain, and I want to just be truthful about this. I'm sorry, chat. Don't dislike us. Hit the like button. In fact, 500 likes in the video. Stovegod not a platinum rapper, at least on the surface. And the way the league is set up right now, I don't see him as, I could be 100% wrong. I'm not saying this from a negative perspective. But it's not like you holding on to the next Michael Jackson. You're not holding on to the next quote, Chris Brown. He's not Drake. To me, he's the second coming of Max B. Where it like this, I would say, does he have a high ceiling? The right record could get you to platinum? Maybe.
A more lyrical Max B.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Max B got bars. Don't do that.
I mean, Stove be taking me places sometimes, bro. Right. Like, I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
Go play Max again, bro.
Nah, Max is legendary. Ow.
You know what I mean? But it's like, if he land right, maybe he could go platinum. Yes,
with the right people.
But I don't know if the way you holding this nigga hostage. I just don't know, because for the fact that for him to be this hot for this long, and niggas like Fat Joe and that tier of or echelon of niggas didn't know who he was, that tells you there's a lot more people that need to know who he is.
After all these years, too.
Take the bag. Whomever is offering you the bag, take the payoff. Get a couple points on the back end, so that this way you can still eat somehow off the album. And let this nigga live. You hustling backwards. You being petty at this point. And in the streets, when you operate in bad faith, you know what I mean? You end up getting whacked. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Like, it's gotta be some type of personal reason.
Maybe.
It can't be a business.
Maybe.
Because why would any artist in their right mind want to sign a Baby Grand and at any point in the future. You've ruined your reputation moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just bad business.
Facts.
You know, and come on, Stove. I learned about Stovegod before I was on the Rap Roundtable. Rap Roundtable has been waving the Stovegod flag for a minute, and rightfully so.
Word.
Glad everybody else is catching on.
Real quick, got a new segment for you guys. Hit the like button. We need 500 likes on each and every video. We've been doing a lot of talking. I'm not reminding y'all like the like. Sometimes y'all be stingy with them likes. 500 likes. Hit the subscribe option. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Again, you don't have to like us personally to subscribe. If you like the content or the topics that we discuss and the bills we have, the comment section is open, the chat is open. Be respectful. That's all we ask. Don't be an asshole. There's a lot of people who just default to asshole in the comment sections. We don't got time for that. You want to disagree, you want to debate, you want to have counterpoints, bring those. You want to be an asshole, fuck out. In fact, I'm telling you right now, if you want some asshole shit, you're getting banned. We just won't see you no more.
Cooking niggas.
You know what I mean? It's very simple. Hit the subscribe option,
Simple.
hit the like button, lock in with the Rap Roundtable.
Yeah.
New segment to the Rap Roundtable called What If No Marvel. You know what I mean? So I was watching Jermaine Dupri talk about his first time meeting, working with Jay-Z, so on and so forth. Let's Say the Money Ain't a Thing record. We know what that did in real time. For those that don't know,
Legendary.
So on and so forth. We don't got time for the history lesson. Right? Big record, great chemistry between those two. So it got me to thinking, and this is where the what if comes into play. What if Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri had continued to work together on a consistent basis? It got me to wondering, could Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri have rivaled Puff and Big as far as producer-rapper combinations? So that's the question I posed to the Rap Roundtable. I think Jermaine, if Money Ain't a Thing did what it did, could you imagine if they did an album or 2 or 3 together, just building that chemistry? What would that have sounded like? Could they have rivaled Puff and Big as far as the sonics, bodies of work, so on and so forth? Because Sincere the Rap Snob is the biggest Biggie fan here on the panel, I'm not saying that they could, but it's a what if scenario. Chat, matter of fact, let us know. Could Jay-Z and JD have rivaled Puff and Big as far as rapper producer combinations? Sin, I come to you first. No? Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
No. I don't see it. They had the one song. I get who produced. Did JD produce that Mariah song that Jay was featured on? Heartbreaker. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did.
So all right. So maybe
no. Or it could have
maybe
been like
not 100%
let me
sure.
check. Keep talking though.
But again, the list is short. We can't go off of one song and say, they would have had like, a crazy chemistry together. Yeah, Money Ain't a Thing is fire song. The chemistry that they had on that record was dope.
Clue.
Yeah.
Clue, Duro, Missy, you know what I mean?
And her, according to this.
Wow, okay.
That was the I'm throwing my name on your beat era.
Yeah.
For sure.
Facts.
All right, so we're left with the one record, unless we're forgetting
Strictly
anything.
what if? You know what I mean?
I just there's not enough there for me to even make that comparison. And maybe
What about skill set wise? Hov,
No, I mean,
98
look,
Hov, JD.
It's almost not even a fair question because Puff had the Hitmen.
True.
You know what I mean? With so many different skill sets in terms of like their production aesthetics, their sound, the energy that they created with their productions. So that's not even a fair question, to be honest. But no, I don't see it at all. Like, with Puff and Big, you get a Who Shot Ya and then you get a One More Chance in the same year. Like that's insane. You know what I mean? You're not getting that with JD and Jay.
Maybe.
Just not dirty enough. Like Sin just said, I just can't. I can't see that from them. I can see a few Money Ain't a Things. I can see turn up music. I can see great bounce, great records to like get lit to, but them street joints, them anthemics.
I mean, JD is so functified with the brat.
I love So Functified.
Hard.
At
home,
I love that
home.
record.
Take Brad out at home.
Niggas got their guns loaded right now, John. Chill. Niggas locked and loaded right now.
was cool.
Yeah, we're not gonna do
I
that.
like So Functified,
My nigga.
Good shout out, Joe. I like that song. You know what I mean?
Come on, son.
It was
You know
fire,
what?
but it wasn't dirty
though. I would have preferred Give It To You. I'm gonna give it to you.
Still, just not dirty enough. Like, what's JD's dirtiest production?
Yeah, but it was bounced there.
Hove with that reasonable Hove with that energy,
Fire
bro.
beat.
It would have been dope, but it
But
would
it
have been strictly bounce.
Vibes.
Okay.
It would have had
He's from Atlanta.
No dirt.
Right. And
This some Atlanta niggas that know how to give you the dirty vibes though.
Even the dirt had a little bounce to it.
very interesting question.
What if? Strictly what
Very
if?
interesting question. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes because I think one thing you guys,
the contrarian, just to be a fucking contrarian, just to shake up the table.
I
we
hear
used to
you.
call it a hipster.
They hit a
back
home run
in the
their
day.
first pitch.
You know what I mean?
The first pitch was a
We used
home
to call
run.
it a hipster back in the day.
I remember what that record did.
The thing is this. I think you guys are considering JD's productions without the New York influence, right? I think, it might have not been dirty enough. It might have not been boom bappy enough. Not that y'all asking for that, but I'm just saying, if I'm imagining a Jermaine Dupri who is influenced by Jay as much as Jay is influenced by him, I have to think he's gonna have a little bit of that influence into his production. Number two, why I'm intrigued by this thought is that JD is largely one of the greatest hip hop producers ever, and none of his classic his most classic hip hop records are with the Brat, Lil Bow Wow, and fucking them franchise boys.
Ain't no dirt on them shits, Mace.
But I'm saying, no.
If I could just chime in real quick, because this checks out. Him being the Drake fan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Here we go.
Calling JD one of the greatest hip hop producers when more than half of the shit was R&B. Get the fuck out of here.
Time out.
Even the rap shits for R&B a little bit.
Time
Man
out.
outta here,
Hip hop
man.
is culture. It's not rap.
Talk about it, y'all. Thank you.
Stop
Thank you.
that.
I
Thank you.
understand.
A lot of
He didn't say the
R&B
greatest rap
joints.
producer. He said hip hop, and who blended rap and R&B better than JD, if not Puff?
And when I think about if we
Now this guy wants
in a
to be
what if
Jermaine-
scenario,
Now we jagged edging
I'm
and
giving
all
credit
that.
where it's due. That's all.
and
Come
Job,
on,
this is
man.
really your take, so I'll let you cook the most. But in a what if scenario, does this mean by the early 2000s, Jay is getting a hook from Mariah whenever he wants? He's getting a hook from Usher whenever he wants?
You see how
that there's a Rockefeller Atlanta
Didn't Jermaine
connection
Dupri give us that
at the
Usher
beginning
classic?
of Atlanta's
You see-
reign?
you see how-
8701 and what's the album?
Confessions.
Confessions?
And
you
Confessions.
see how Kanye
and the
even though
comeback Mariah
he
album.
can make the bouncy joints, but he still can give you the dirt. That's amazing. Like I just feel like JD can't give you the dirt.
Maybe,
though.
but that's the problem though. Atlanta dirt don't resonate. Maybe for you. Maybe Hov
not saying it
maybe
don't.
Hov would have blended the Atlanta dirt with the New Yorkers.
What's Jay-Z's Atlanta dirt though? What is the dirt? Like you know what I'm saying from the
We
streets?
don't know. It's a what if scenario.
Can you imagine
90
Rockefeller
we know 90
having-
million records from the
Maybe
nigga we don't know,
would've-
bro.
Maybe instead of Bow Wow, we would have got Jay-Z
Oh,
with the,
bounce with me?
I said a little Jay-Z. You just
That's my shit, by the way. That's my shit,
Like,
by the
what's
way.
Wow.
I love that song.
That's crazy.
That's a bop. I don't know. That's a bop, nigga.
I'm not you with that. You know what I mean?
oh man.
Listen,
Come on,
I'm
get
out.
out of here.
All I'm saying is this. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it would have rivaled.
Let me flip that book.
You out of pocket.
Oh shit.
Here's the thing. Because I just felt like the way JD told the story and how like him and Hov built. I think Hov went out to Atlanta to meet up with him, and on their first try they made Money Ain't a Thing.
Crazy.
And it wasn't like Money Ain't a Thing was like it was a shiny suit. Sap. That shit was hard. It wasn't just straight commercialized radio record. That shit, the beat was hard. It had the quintessential 90s bounce.
His dirtiest beat, maybe.
You know what I mean? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like Jermaine Dupri, you know, they got out of pocket. You know, say what you want about Puff and his allegations, and we know what happened, okay? But niggas was acting like JD was gonna beat Diddy in the verses. I still stand by the fact that there's no way he was coming out of that in any city. In any city, there's no way JD's coming out of that verses victorious. Okay, stop it. That being said, I think that Jermaine Dupri is a producer who produces to his artists. Brat ain't sound like Bow Wow. Bow Wow ain't sound like Jagged, so on and so forth. Jagged ain't sound like Mariah.
Mm-hmm.
I think JD does get underrated because that's his skill set. He produces to the artist. He made a quintessential Jay-Z record at the peak of Jay-Z's popularity boom. Because people forget that Money Anything happened while Jay-Z was ascending in a real way. Mm-hmm. I think if memory serves me right, that happened after Annie. But that kind of Money Anything did a very important job of continuing his dominance at the time. I think you had Cannon.
No.
What?
Because that record was originally on JD's.
Yes, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, in New York radio, that song had a lot of spins, along with Can I Get A, whatever was happening on Volume 2. It was in that Volume 2 era. For me, if I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was in the Volume 2 era. And that did a good job of keeping him ascending popularity-wise. Mm-hmm. And then when I go, every now and again, I have my little Jay-Z moments, I listen to his old shit. I'm like, this nigga really got off on this shit. Like, did JD need to rap on a song? Maybe not. But Hov was in his bag on that shit. The video was a big nigga. I remember BET having a whole. Didn't BET do the making a video for that shit, or was it MTV who did the making a video for Money Anything?
It was MTV.
That collaboration was a big deal.
It was a movie, bro.
That was a big because it was JD trying to do his.
And the record, best New York.
It was doing his best Diddy cosplay. I'm sorry.
There you go.
That being said,
according to Nas, so was Dame Dash.
Hey, Diddy at that point in time was the blueprint for niggas wanting to be all in the videos. Yeah. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, I think that would it have compared? I would have liked to have seen it. But I think if Money Anything was the launching point, I think he could have. I think Hov is a dirty nigga. Like, pause. Like, he can make the commercial records, but he still did the street shit. Even all the way through post-popularity, Blueprint 2, he still made sure he fed the streets.
JD would have had to change up in order to...
Right. Or maybe JD would have helped Hov pick some of them beats. Maybe pick some of them Kanye records. The Kanye was on them JD albums, too. Mm-hmm. She's driving me crazy. That was a Kanye beat. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I think there's some legs here.
Yeah. You cooking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You cooking. Because I don't think that necessarily takes him away from Kanye or Just, right?
Right.
That just adds a chamber, right?
A different air.
He's microwaving. I don't know about
that. A different air.
Not air frying.
Maybe you don't get a Nigga Please on Blueprint 2. Maybe you get something else. You know what I mean?
I like Nigga Please, though.
I do, because I'm a nigga. You know what I mean?
No ER there.
You keep talking over the beat like Clue. You know what I mean? No, that wasn't talking to beat. What was that? So many hoes in here. Nigga Please was a joint with Young Chris.
You ain't getting no hoes like that, my nigga. Please, yeah.
Peak. Man, Nigga Please, underrated. Anyway, but let us know what you think in the chat. Your what if scenario: could Jay-Z and JD stand side by side with Biggie, or maybe even surpass Biggie and Puff as a duo, producer, rapper duo? I know I'm gonna get cooked, but you know what? And so, what if scenario?
It's a conversation.
You know what? And then put it this way: help the rap round table. If you have any what if scenarios, throw them in the comment section. Maybe we'll highlight it. My brothers here will have their potential what ifs. We can make this a regular part of the conversation as well. Log in with us. All right, there's gonna be no mailbag because my mailbag, if you read between the lines, the mailbag happened at the top of the episode.
You heard?
There's no rap segment because we did that with the Atlanta segment. So there's no Chatty Boys or Young Rap because we covered that with the Atlanta segment. But we are somewhere in New York City.
Say less.
The summer is winding down. The weather is actually perfect.
Talk about
it. But we got some haters who always got something to say, and we need them too.
Get off my
All right. I'm gonna try to get through this. I am fading.
You're sober, so
Yes. No, that Migos definitely, gives me some superpowers. But yeah, who else but this gentleman would it be that is getting kicked off my lawn this week? And I alluded to it a little earlier. One such boy wonder.
Wow.
Is getting the fuck up off my lawn.
The Drake affiliate.
I don't want peace. I want problems. Always.
So Boy Wonder recently went to Twitter and tweeted not once but twice the exact same question. I don't know why he had to send it out twice.
What do you mean by that?
Did he think the first one didn't go through? What happened? Anyway, the first one, and this was on the 25th at 10:06 p.m. What do people that hate Drake listen to when tings are
The Tings
the
Dev.
tings? Then at 10:23 p.m.
I guess the first tweet didn't take off how you wanted.
Rewind selector.
doubled
The
down and was
round
like
table.
LMAOOOOO.
A lot of
What do motherfuckers on the other side? And this is where he starts feeling personal now.
right.
Because he's like, what do them guys on the other side
oh, they must have boomed him in the first tweet.
play?
They boomed him in the first tweet. It went from tings to the other side. What do guys? You know what I mean?
When they're trying to have a vibe. I'm curious.
Mm.
And
What's that? What's
I have
that?
two
fella?
issues with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same question twice, so I have two issues.
Okay.
First of all, first of all,
First of all, first of all.
R&B still exists, does it not?
Yes.
Afrobeats exists, right?
Dance out.
Dance hall exists, right?
Good
These are
times.
all genres that you can catch a vibe with the tings around.
Right.
You know what I mean? We all know these genres.
Mm-hmm.
Drake knows these genres. These are all the genres that he tried to steal. You know what I mean? They still exist. They're still out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, are you trying to allude to these genres all of a sudden not having the same effect anymore now that Drake is not siphoning from them?
Macy though weren't the Tings playing the Gunna and Burna Boy record?
They sure were.
I don't think they were playing Drake.
Mhm.
No.
They
Haven't
weren't
seen
screaming,
it.
So-
"Where's my hug?"
So the tings are fine.
They were.
The tings are absolutely fine. They're gonna have their music that they could catch a vibe to, and you could catch a vibe with them, just not with Drake. Just because Drake is not necessarily as hot out here in the streets doesn't mean that all of a sudden all the vibes are dead.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
My second point, the second problem I have with this, is that I'm just tired of these old young motherfuckers.
Yo,
This motherfucker's 38, pushing 40, and he's still like his main concern still is catching a vibe with the tings.
Tings.
And what's gonna happen if the tings are not around and the vibe is dead? Like, what's gonna happen with my life? I'm not gonna have a life if there's no tings and no vibes around. God, what am I gonna do with myself with no vibes?
No tings.
No tings.
No tings, no vibes.
It's just turned into a Seinfeld.
Yo.
What's that?
No vibes and no ting.
But
No vibes for you.
but like no. But in all seriousness, I understand the things are important, the vibes are important. You know what I mean?
Major.
But it's not the end all be all of hip hop and the culture and what we should hold dear. You know what I mean? Like, why? It's just certain people. This is always the question on their mind. You know what I mean? Like, how are we gonna create a vibe? How are we gonna, I'm sorry. How are we gonna feed the whores?
Jeez.
How are we gonna get the whores around us?
Horse.
You know what I mean?
fuck are you talking about?
So that we can catch this vibe with the whores. And it's like at some point, it's like we
You
can't.
couldn't just say hoes.
We can't.
Hoes is right there. You had the WHORES.
The hard R.
The hard R?
The hard R.
Black youngster with it. The horse.
What's the name of this episode? The hard R.
What's that, brother?
Oh,
You niggas
yeah.
wrong.
You can't duplicate the feelings.
I don't want peace. I want problems.
But I'm just
always.
saying, look, and I've said this before. I feel like shit started going left when we started allowing the hoes or the whores or the teens
To
or whatever
dictate everything, right?
dictate what the vibes are. Like we stopped arguing about Rakim versus Kane or Big versus Pac or Jay-Z versus Nas because the tings could not shake their ass to none of that.
Sure.
So then all of a sudden, the only thing that certain people cared about is the shit that hoes could shake their ass to. You know what I mean? And that became the end all be all to so many people. And I'm just like, one, that shouldn't be the case. But second, if that was the case, I understand that, teens, 20s, early 30s, when you're pushing 40, like maybe stop and think, all right, like how can I, what y'all listening to when you're thinking about life? What are you listening to when you're contemplating on the state of the world? What are you listening to when you're reminiscing, when you're going down memory lane? Like there's so many other things, or just when you're trying to chill and have some peace. There's so many other questions that you can ask in terms of what do you listen when you're trying to do this thing. But for whatever reason, motherfuckers like Boy Wonder and them, and the I'm gonna just say it, that whole OVO collective, their only concern is the tings, the whores. You know what I mean? We gotta create a vibe for the whore. And like, there's so much more to life. There's so much more to the world. You know what I mean? You like if you can't mature past that stage when you're pushing 40, you gotta get the fuck off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
For real.
No, Sin, you know what, Sin, you burying the lead, bro. I want to make it clear. He's 100% right. But he left a very key component out of his argument. And that's why we here to support our brother Sin.
It's cool.
If somehow music dictates your ability to pull women, you were never capable in the first place. It leads me to believe that before the fame and the money, you got no hoes. Girls didn't look at you twice. They didn't care about your presence. So that now, because you didn't get those reps as a nobody, when you became a somebody, you needed to create all kinds of ambiance and aesthetics to impress the ladies because your verbiage wasn't enough.
Trash.
Your swag and your persona wasn't enough.
Mid.
You didn't have the one dribble pull up. You didn't have the over the left shoulder fade or the over the right shoulder fade.
Shimmy.
You had to depend on niggas setting you up, or matter of fact, niggas leaving you wide open because you suck in order to get a bucket. You know what I mean? And in that case, if you need Drake at this point in your big age of 38 to impress the gal them, you absolutely
Get off my lawn.
get up out of here. Because us regular pedestrians, we had to use bars, charisma, swag, timeliness. We didn't need music. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Some women do like to have a little music in the background while the events take place.
The vibes, per se.
But if you are booming it right, nigga, you could put on fucking, what was the name? House of Pain, nigga.
Jump around.
You could put on jump. If you clapping it right, any song could be on,
It
nigga.
goes.
She don't want to hear
Everything's
no
a vibe.
song.
She don't want to hear she the music.
But also I want to make it clear that when I use the hard R on that word,
Okay.
it's because that's who they're going after.
Then they think you white. So you saying hard R, you got to be careful.
Okay, sorry. When I said whore,
Don't explain it, Sid.
no, before they think I said the other hard R.
Sid's like, hey man, I gotta live here, man. Don't fuck with me, man.
All these niggas do is expose that they wasn't getting no girls beforehand.
No
bro.
yuns, man.
What if it happened to just standing on the block, on the corner,
Mingle.
or you just anywhere at the mall, nigga, and an attractive woman walks by? Ain't no music playing. You pulled it because you had it, or you didn't have it.
Just cause.
Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Cook, Sid.
And those be the women that don't care about what you playing one way or another.
Honestly.
You know what I mean?
She listening to whatever you listening to.
Right. And whether it's Drake or not Drake. You know what I mean? The ones that like really, the ones that would
You
absolutely
could put on Illmatic if she like you, nigga.
Yeah.
the ones that would absolutely need a Drake record, those are the hard R.
The basics.
Those are the hard R that I'm referring to.
I just want to say, Sin,
Get off my lawn.
it's been 75 weeks since Like That dropped. I Googled it. 75 weeks. I gotta feel how them niggas in Chernobyl felt at this point, bro.
Shit, radioactive.
For how much longer?
Oh my
Just
God.
melt
That is boy wonderful.
Right.
Yeah,
Walk
God
into
only
that.
would have asked the same question twice. Because they kicked us back in on the first
time.
And now I got to get cursed out.
Listen,
Fuck
man.
y'all, man.
If you got the glow, bro, you don't need a song to get you there, bro. Believe me. And again, now we done veered off topic. I'm sorry, won't be getting out of here soon. Let's be clear. Back in my day, if she agrees to come to the crib, she's already decided what's
It's
gonna
a
take
go.
place.
Everything's
If you need Drake's music to get you over the goal line, you fucking suck. Okay? I digress. You know what I mean? This is episode 131 of the Rap Roundtable. You know what I mean?
We've been doing this a while, y'all.
We've been doing this a while. You know, shout out to everybody who pulled up. Hope y'all stuck around after, the opening segment.
Love y'all.
It's been a great episode.
Sure.
Sincere, sober, we're not. They need a balance.
I hate my life right now.
Take us home.
Yo, Sin, don't worry, man. It ain't over yet. Yo, shout out to Walt the Great, man. We can't do it without you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? We love you. Like cook food, my brother. Shout out to Macito, voice of the culture, keeping you apprised of all the shit going on. The production you hear is this good brother right here, Sincere the Rap Snob. He makes beats. And for the right price to make your shit tighter. That good gentleman over there, hardest working man in show business, man, making Pee Wee Kirkland look like he falling off or something.
I think he's the GOAT.
That's that man right there. Jarvie, the motherfucking point guard. I'm Dean, the balance of the force, and with our powers combined, we the Rap Roundtable. You know the fucking energy we got for y'all. We love y'all. Hit the like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you love hip-hop, you love a good conversation, you love debates, you just love having four friends just kicking on some cool shit off the Migos. Pull up with niggas, fuck with niggas, because we love y'all like y'all love us, man. Hit the like, share, subscribe. It's the Rap Roundtable. Y'all know what the fucking vibes is. We out of here. 131.
Yes, sir. Hard R's on those roundtables.
Hard hip-hop. You know what I mean? And again, if you got a problem with that and you can't fuck with what we do and it makes you uncomfortable, just be clear.
You niggas won!
We the best.